What kind of content do you create and what platforms are you most active on?
Well, I would say I'm most active on Twitch. Like I stream like 5 times a week, and excluding like I don't stream Wednesdays or Saturdays. Those are my off days.
Hello, Sarbi. Welcome into Bit by Bit, VTuber Q&As that I do. And of course, I always like to start with an introduction. Of course, I assume everyone who's here maybe already knows Sarbi, but for anyone who isn't, please do start with an introduction. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello. Oh no, now I'm nervous because everyone's looking at me. I'm Sarbi. I'm a magpie dragon shapeshifter. And I like games. I made my own model, and I rig, and I do art stuff.
And what do you stream? What games do you play? Do you do art streams? What's your usual?
A lot of games. A lot of games. Pretty much whatever I can get my hands on. Lately it's been Minecraft. I like a good cozy game. One of my funniest series I think was Euro Truck Simulator because that was scuffed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't do any art streams, but I do have a couple commissions that I need to work on. So there may be more Sarbi models in the future, just not literally Sarbi models, like models by Sarbi.
So
of other VTubers.
Speaking of models, I know that you made your own, and this is your second version of how to say like your VTuber.
Yes.
And how's it been since you kind of upgraded? How has the response been? How has the streams been?
I don't know. I mean, they've gotten better, but I feel like that's because of time and not because I need different music. I put music on and it's distracting. Let me put my normal music on. There we go. Sorry.
No, take it.
I would say it got better because of time rather than the fact that the model got an upgrade, because I had quite a few interactive people in my streams anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then mostly since I've met other VTubers, has the chat kind of, they popped over into my chats, and then loads of people now chat in my chat. So
Lots of
Which is
people chat
great.
in your chat.
Ray, hello. Ray, hi. Cozy
Hi,
enjoyer. Yes, I
Ray.
am. I am a cozy enjoyer. Sorry if I end up reading chat as if it's my stream. I'm looking at chat and it's giving me like muscle memory.
No, it's okay. I'm actually much happier for you to address the chat, because when I do it, I don't want to interrupt you answering. So if you kind of catch something, or someone that you know from your streams, please do feel free to say hi, and I will latch on to that also. Hi Ray, welcome to my stream with Savi. I hope you're having a good day. So I do want to ask more questions about your background. So
Yes.
I kind of want to get started with your background, not necessarily as a VTuber, but kind of what did you do before this, and how did you get into VTubing? It could be like, I don't know, I was a student here, or I worked somewhere. Like, it's up to you to kind of decide what you want to share, but tell us a little bit about your background. How did you get started?
So I've always wanted to be an animator or do something with art. From a very young age, YouTubers like Jaden Animations was a huge inspiration for me growing up. I also was part of the Warrior Cats fandom, and if you know what that is, you know that they have a lot of animators in the fandom, and especially back in the day, multi-animator projects were huge. And I used to watch them all the time and want my own animated projects and like all that. And then I did art for GCSE, which is like, I guess the SATs, like secondary school exams. I did art then. I picked it as one of my subjects, and it made me hate art. And I never wanted to touch a paintbrush again because it was all fine art and it's like, those are important skills. I know that now, especially. Like, I probably should have paid more attention. I think it didn't help. My mum was very sick at the time as well, so I just wasn't having a good time. So I dropped art and went into music. I really enjoyed my music GCSEs. I was learning how to play piano, and I went to music for college. And then I was like not really planning on doing artwork for a while. And then Jaden Animations popped back up on my sort of radar, and I rewatched a bunch of videos, and then it was like, oh my god, I want to do that again. So she kind of revived my animatedness. I did 1 year of music at university, and then switched to animation. So I was on the animation course for 3 years. It's been 3 years. But I've had to repeat year 1 because of mental health and disabilities. So as much as I wanted to be an animator, it just wasn't working out how I thought it was. And then I'm going to keep bringing her up if we're talking about backstory and stuff. But Jaden Animations comes out as a VTuber on her subathon. And it was like, I can be... Like, I already knew about VTubers, and I was like, oh, but I don't want a 3D model, and I don't, like... I'd already kind of thought about maybe making my own one, because I'd made a PNG model. And then it was like, I can be a VTuber. I could do that. And then I learned about, like, Iron Mouse, and how Iron Mouse has disabilities, which makes her struggle to go outside and stuff. And how, like, VTubing has given her that outlet to, work and have fun on the internet and make friends in ways, and, like, interact with people in ways she couldn't before, and, like, viewers in a way that, like, having a face cam would not be good for me. But I don't need a face cam when I have a VTuber model. And it's like, that kind of inspired me. But I never got around to making my VTuber model at that time, and I think it took about 2 extra years until I was basically in a hyperfixation. I was like, I am making one. They're too expensive. I am looking up a tutorial on making one. And then Sarbi V1 was born, and then I just started streaming regularly, and then I had a very overwhelmingly positive response to becoming a VTuber. And people started coming in regularly, and then I started meet and greet people, and it was like, it just then, snowballed into what it is now. I hope that wasn't too much rambling.
No, that was not. I do like to kind of insert myself there and read some of the comments saying that Jaden is the goat and Iron Mouse is appreciated. Yes, of course.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I think it's always nice to kind of hear people finding other VTubers as an inspiration, whether it's just, to have fun on the internet or to like get started and do their own thing, which obviously 2 big creators inspired you. So that's really amazing. Which is interesting because my next question is, how did you get started as a creator and what inspired you to begin? But we already have the answer to that. It was combination Jaden animations and your situation at the time, plus I guess kind of what you heard or learned about Iron Mouse.
Yeah. I think a part of it, because I started as a PNG tuber when I was streaming.
Mm-hmm.
And I think even before then, just before I had a PNG tuber, I played a little bit of Minecraft. But I was really like scuffed and bad at streaming at that point. So it's like I had no overlays, nothing. I just turned the stream on and sat there and tried. I mean, we were going to start from somewhere, but that was probably because of the Dream SMP. Which is kind of that is kind of
I
know. But I was really into it back then. I was really into it back then. Mostly because of Technoblade. Honestly, it was just him. It was just him because I watched him. So I was like, I just wanted his POVs, and I was like, oh, I'd love to stream like that. That'd be cool. Technoblade was a very big part of my like life, I guess, in a sense of like, especially when he went through cancer, just because of what happened with my mom before. So it was like very important, and it kind of did push me into streaming. But I would stream for like a couple days and then disappear for like months, and then come back with a new PNG model, and then disappear for months, and then come back, stream for like 2 weeks. Everyone that like pops in, like the 2 people that would pop in would be like, hey, this is cool. I'd be like, thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna make a new model now.
See you never.
See you until I became the more recent version of Sarbi's PNG. When I think as soon as I knew that university wasn't a thing anymore, I was like, okay, well, I'll put my effort into something else. And that was streaming. So I think that was also part of it, was like my experience with university pushed me to stream because it felt like there was nothing else I could do.
Like, did you have trouble kind of after graduation or during your course to find a job? Like, what do you mean? If you don't mind me asking, what do you mean?
No,
like,
of course.
You had trouble how?
I can't keep a job. So for anyone who doesn't know, I have autism and ADHD and some other like chronic illnesses that make just living pretty difficult. And I'm pretty open about it, but like just existing could be quite, draining for me. So I used to have a job when I was at university. I kept it for about 3 months before I literally could not handle it anymore, and I was crying on shift. Props to that job. They tried their absolute best to accommodate me. They were like completely understanding and doing their best to like make sure that I would be comfortable. I just was like, I can't handle this anymore. I am burnt out doing this and just not being able to take care of myself at home. So I basically quit after 3 months. And I don't think I've kept a job longer than 3 months, because every other job I've had, I've lasted about 3 months and had to quit because I couldn't handle it. Uni was also looking like I wasn't able to do it because I had repeated first year 3 times. I should have been my best friend went through her graduation because she's the same age as me. We went to the same secondary school. We went to the same university. She graduated and I didn't, when I probably should have, or at least be in my second year ready to graduate the year after. And it was like, I can't afford to repeat again. The government's not going to pay for my tuition another year. I'd used up all my years of funding that they give you on a loan. And it just felt like I had nothing going for me. And then it was like felt like something I could do. So I tried it, and then fortunately I got a positive response, because I know some people, when they start out streaming, they get a sort of negative, not a negative response, but they don't get a response at all. You get like one person coming in every now and then. I fortunately had some friends who were willing to sit in streams and just chill and just hang out. And that pushed me to keep going. But yeah, me and work is not good. I even struggle with this job because I sometimes have to cancel streams because I don't feel 100%, or I'm feeling completely drained or emotionally just depressed. So I have to, take some time off. Physically, I get very tired very easily. So it's like I'm just too tired, and I wish that was a bit easier. And I would say streaming is probably the easiest part. It's getting myself to edit videos and actually work on my commissions.
Yeah.
But I'm like, my brain just stops me.
No, I think
also, please feel free to interrupt me if I'm rambling on too much off topic.
Absolutely, I will do that. I mean, of course, I want to give you all the time you need to kind of get through what you want to say. We are not necessarily in a time crunch situation, so we can take our time with how we go through the interview and the questions.
Yeah. I just know that I have a habit of, when I'm trying to answer one question, I end up rambling on about something else. So I just want to make sure if I start going off, completely off topic.
That's okay.
You're welcome to just let me know.
No, not at all. Because we are YouTubers. Rambling is literally our job. Like, I'm happy to sit here and nod my head as you do the talking for me. No, I'm joking. But I hear you. Yes, I will. I will interrupt if it needs any interrupting. You rest assured. Please feel free to.
I am reading chat whilst I'm yapping as well. I am reading chat, and thank you so much for all the kindness, Nero. Nero has been such a kind person, and so is Ray. And honestly, just everyone that's shown up today, because it's Undominable is from Vaporwave. Vaporwave is streaming currently, but apparently he's lurking. Because I was in his chat before. Oh, I got an ad, so I can't see myself anymore, but at least I can still see chat.
No.
Gotta support the stream. Gotta support the stream. But yeah. Oh, Vaporwave said it's good to see you. Is that what you're saying? Hi, Vapor.
Hi.
But
hello.
yeah, Vapor recently got to affiliate. Vapor recently got to affiliate.
Congratulations.
Which is awesome.
Congratulations on an affiliate. Also, welcome into the stream. Hello. Oh, thank you so much for the sub as well. That's very kind of you.
Oh, thank you.
So while you were kind of telling us pretty much your story and how you got started, I was wondering, I am seeing a lot of YouTubers who are autistic or have ADHD or just seem to generally have trouble, should I say, like mental health complications. And I think it's kind of amazing that that not only do that community get to work on their own terms, because that's kind of what streaming is. Like you also mentioned that you have to sometimes take a day off, and it's not difficult for you to do that because in a way you are nurturing an audience that's also understanding of you and your struggles. And I think it's really great that
I see you, Nabel. I'm sorry. I do recognize you. I'm sorry. Continue.
Okay. So no, I do think it's pretty amazing that everybody gets to
hype train.
Wait, what's going on?
Sarjini hype train, let's go.
Wildy, thank you.
Let's go. Thank you so much for the
gifted.
sub that you gifted me. Thank you so much.
Also,
Thank
hello,
you.
Nabel, while we get distracted by everyone in the chat. Hello and warm welcome to everyone in the chat. Hello, Wildy, Nero, I think.
Let's
Nabel,
go, hype
Fabi as
train.
well, of course. And I have this question here, and you already kind of answered, but to just bring us back to the temper of the Q&A, I'm going to go ahead and ask you. Sorry, thank you for the bits. Bit by bits. Oh, guys, you've seen this for the first time.
Gotta help that hype train.
Yeah, the of course, this Q&A session is called Bit by Bit. While we are at it, let me explain the title a little. It's kind of a play on Twitch as a platform itself, because, you know, I don't think gifting bits is a thing in any other platform. And since I am mostly and kind of exclusively, in a way, interviewing small to medium-sized VTubers, we are growing little by little. And I think every bit counts. And that's how the title came to be. So thank you for the bits. And let me repeat the question. Was there a specific moment where you felt like, yeah, I want to do this seriously? So this is not exactly the moment where you saw Jaden animations become a VTuber.
No,
and
I understand.
Like, you know, it's not that. It's, okay, you got started, but now you're like, yeah, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm going to do this seriously. I'm going to put the hours in. I'm going to show up. What was that moment for you?
The moment, I know exactly this moment because it gave me such relief. I had just moved to a shared home with my best friend and a stranger. For university, I was possibly going to repeat for another year. So this was like a couple months ago. Like 3 months ago. And I think I was either working on my VTuber model, my first model, my V1, or I had already made it. And I remember I was crying because I just didn't feel like I was home, because I'd gotten so used to my old place that I'd stayed for a year, which was a really nice apartment, student apartment, but really nice. But my mental health was just really low. I was running out of money because rent was expensive, and student finance doesn't actually cover the entirety of your rent whilst you're at uni. And I was just stressed because I'd failed uni another year, and it was possible that they wouldn't give me a repeat. And I phoned my aunt, and I was crying to her, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have anywhere to go. If I go home to my dad, he's going to make me work, like get a job immediately, and I'm going to hate that. I don't get any time to just chill. And it's like, I kind of want to do streaming a little bit more seriously, but I don't have the space to do that because I'd need to get a job, and that's going to take up all my time, and I'm not going to be able to handle like streaming on top of that. And my aunt goes, you can come here. You can live here, and you can live with us. No rent. We won't charge you rent, and you can get your streaming off the ground. You can work on that. You can work on like anything you need to. And yeah, basically,
okay. Let me
that
jump
was
in there.
the moment.
Can we just
that
say,
was the
like,
moment.
absolute fucking shout out to your aunt? Like,
real,
she's
my aunts are lovely
because man, she's awesome.
Yeah, because I live with both my aunts, so they're married to each other. So I was on the phone to one of them, and the other one had agreed that it would be okay for me to come and stay with them. She's always been like, if you need anything, let me know. But yeah, she's absolutely based. Yeah, no.
Yeah, she is W aunt.
And it was that moment when she said, like, you can get your streaming off the ground. I don't remember exactly what she said, but that was essentially what she said. She was like, we'll give you the space to work on it. And that was like, so I don't have to worry about rent. I can just focus on streaming and content creation. I think I was talking more about content creation because streaming isn't the only thing I wanted to do. And it was like, I want to be part of this industry. And I was explaining that to her. And it was that moment that she said, you can do that I was like, okay, I'm going to do that now, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
that was
Absolutely.
when the perspective shift from it's something I would like to do, but I don't feel like I can do it yet because I'd have to do it as a side project. I wouldn't be able to put all my time into it until I
Yeah.
manage to,
I just want to add in here. So
Mhm.
I graduated like art school. I have a BA in graphics design. Oh no, I lost my hands. My hands are back. Technical difficulties.
The hands are gone.
Gone. And following which I look, this is really difficult for me to say. I have never not been without a job. I have always worked, even while I was in university. I was doing my courses, submitting my stuff. I
Yeah.
always worked through the whole thing, but it has never been like a easy experience. It's not easy in the sense that, okay, wait, like to have the 9 to 5 hours and then travel and then to do everything else outside of those hours, because I didn't work part-time at any point. I studied part-time, so that was like I had no free days.
Yeah.
And so that in itself is difficult, but I also had to overcome a lot of like mental health struggles. Like I was really, really depressed. I don't fucking know how I did it, honestly. I don't know. Everything's like a fucking blur. I just like
Me with
came out of it.
GCSE, that's how I felt like with GCSE. It was like I just somehow managed to do it, but don't know how.
But the thing
It was like
is,
university happened and it was like I couldn't do it anymore.
but the thing is, I remember any job that I was at, that was like not a situation in which I wasn't like crying, screaming, throwing up. Like literally, I would have to stand up from my desk and then go and cry in a corner. And this is pretty funny. So I worked for TBWA. You may or may not be familiar, but it's like a pretty big advertising agency. And I worked in the digital like content creation department, and I was one of the leads there. And there was a room that was called a thinking room, right? Like, so everybody goes in the thinking room to think. But after I started working there, they started calling it Sajani's crying room, because you can always find me there crying. But yeah, it's not just, I think in creative industries there's like an added layer of pressure to perform with your creatives as well. It's really, really difficult. No, I completely understand.
Yeah, just working in general can be hard. Like even without disabilities or anything on top, or mental health or anything, I think most people deal with some form of mental health issues these days. I don't know what the statistics are, but I remember reading about it, that it was like quite a high percentage of young adults, or like just younger people, not younger as in my age, but like including older than me, but not.
I think it has. I
like
think
millennials and
this is going to be like a
just older
whole
than that.
thing. This is going to be a whole thing, and I don't want to say anything without the facts. But I think partially when we say that, oh, you have more mental health issues in the world these days, it's not just the young people, it's everybody. And it's also not just that we see this more now, it's just that it's more, how do I say, like it's acceptable. You can get a diagnosis easier.
The diagnosis system is easier than it used to be. It's also accounting for more women.
Exactly.
In history, it wasn't including women as much. Or people that were born female at birth. So
like I think one could even argue it's not that you see it more these days, it's just that it was there. We were just very happily turning a blind eye to it.
Yeah, I think it's a mix. I don't think they're mutually exclusive. I think it's a mix of the two things, of like the internet and just seeing the state of the world, climate change, and all, just a whole bunch of different factors are just affecting people. The work culture is definitely very different than it was. And the fact that most people working like a 9 to 5 can't afford like to buy a house like they used to, or just things like that. Like there's different factories. There's a bunch of different factors that cause a bunch of mental health, and I think trying to work under those conditions is difficult. And I'm not saying it's more difficult with like in the sense of like that, like, oh, I had it harder than everyone else because I was disabled. But I think it just it meant it was a different
No,
battle.
I think you definitely did also have it harder than everyone else because you had the disabilities. I think that's totally fine for you to say.
I just don't want to come across like I'm holier than thou because I'm like,
I don't
my
think so.
disables
Not at
my
all.
disabilities
Not at
made
all.
everything so hard. Like they did, but it doesn't mean that people who don't have disabilities don't have it just as difficult.
Yeah.
Independent because of circumstances. Everyone's complex, but
okay, so
it definitely,
to kind of bring us back because we really went on a tangent there. So
sorry,
let's hold it back in. That's okay. I was with you. I was right there with you. We both went on the tangent together, holding hands, skipping feet. To bring us back, what was the most challenging part when you started? So I know, let's try and keep it to maybe the way that you designed your models. I know that you said you thought this was too expensive and I'm going to do my own. And when you were making your own model, what was the most challenging part?
Comparing myself to other VTubers and other VTuber models that had like, my problem was I was looking at other models and I was like, from professionals who had done it years or like, you know, had done multiple models, and I struggled going, whilst my model is very good for a first try, it's not as good as those professional models. It was like, it's imposter syndrome, which is all I deal with, it seems.
How did you like kind of combat that? What did you tell yourself?
I didn't. It was my friends, because I would show off my model and then they would be like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!" And then they'd be like, "That's your first one? That's the first one you've ever done?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "You've picked that up so quick." And then I showed my dad, and my dad was like really supportive, and it was just like, oh, like they kind of combated it. You know, they told me.
Oh, hold on.
How to do it.
My goodness. I'm so sorry to interject here, but my chat was not showing up at all. And now I see there is a lot of it. So I'm just going to take a minute and read through the chat. All right. So now I see you guys. I'm so sorry. Here we are. Societal pressure is by default bizarrely high. Bizarrely? Blizzard?
So when I'm looking down like this, chat, when I'm looking down like this is me looking at you. I should bring up my phone. I should bring out my phone. Hang on.
Bizarrely high. Now add that to any sort of neurospicy, you're staring at crushing prospect. It's not healthy to be adjusted to a broken world.
That's true.
Words to live by. We have the ability to diagnose better these days. It has always been there. Hi Sajini Sabi. Hi Naila, welcome in.
Hello.
Lol, Jacob Witty WebMD, please. It is absolutely a mix of the two things. It's easier to spot mental health issues and it's easier to get them from how broken the world is. Sorry, I haven't heard that, but what disabilities do you have?
So Sabi? I have autism and ADHD, so I'm ADHD. I got both. But then I also have like chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia. That's not been officially diagnosed, but we're pretty much ruled everything else out because I've had a ton of blood tests and they're kind of like, and it fits like the symptoms exactly. So I have a lot of achy muscles and chronic pain. And yeah, I'm tired all the time. Like dyspraxia. I'm formally diagnosed with dyspraxia as well as my ADHD and autism. So got a couple. They all seem to go together, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. That's the answer.
Up nicely.
Yeah. Collecting everything. Collecting them like
Catch
Pokemon.
Them all. Sorry. It's okay. I could just tell me if I make like a too weird a joke.
Okay. It's okay.
So where was I? Yes, acknowledging the hurdles that you had to overcome is not diminishing the struggles of others. Exactly. Undomitable. I agree with you. Nero, Sajani, here's some context. If I hadn't known Sab's V1 was her first attempt, I'd have called her her intermediate
I'll bring in.
model
Hang on.
designer.
You know what I can do? I can bring in V1. I don't know if you've seen V1, but I can get it right here. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, please show us. Also,
This is
vastly syllabub. Vast syllabub. Damn, I don't know. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. And hey, look,
Vast.
we
Hello.
won. We won.
This is V1. There's not as much movement. Like it doesn't have as much range of movement or expressions. The mouth rigging is very simple because I was using a webcam, not my iPad, so I didn't have V-Bridger or any of like the fancy mouth rigging. And yeah, this was my first attempt at a VTuber model. So I would say
I agree with Nero. Like, I actually wanted to make this comment earlier when you said that your biggest challenge was comparing yourself. I think it worked out in your favor because look at you.
I pushed myself to I was like, I can't have stiffness. I can't have stiffness. It must be good. Sometimes I look between the two, and whilst I will admit that V2 is objectively better in pretty much every capacity, there is a charm to V1 that I do really like. And sometimes miss, that I need to figure out what the charm is so that I can include it in V3, because I'm already working on V3.
Whoa, hold on. Slow down.
In the background. It's okay.
Oh god. Okay. So skipping through some of the chat, we do have a hydrate from Joa King Ping, I think. Thank you for the hydrate and the posture check as well. Why don't we do that? Hey, look! Also, I wanted to tell you, Sarbi, thank you so much for having me in your room.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I use your keyboard. Ding, 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 ding. I think.
Yeah, it's because you're streaming. You're allowed. Wait, hang on. Wait, if I move myself down a bit, it looks like I'm just standing in the back of the room menacingly. Like, what are you doing over there, Sajani?
Oh, you're doing. I'm quickly minimizing everything. Oh no! Don't come here. It's okay. It's oh. Also, Kyron, welcome in. Welcome into the stream. I'm losing my hands again. Can I have them back? Thank you. I will not hack because I am incapable. If I wanted to hack something, I'll call Felix over. Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. So let's get back to another question that I have, and that is, I know that you mentioned earlier when you said that when you were kind of pitching the idea of doing streaming to your aunt, it's not just streaming that you wanted to do, you also wanted to do, you wanted to make content. So how has your content style evolved since you began? What have you learned and what have you been doing differently?
Well, I've learned that I can't edit for shit. And I just get frustrated. So I'm looking forward to the day I can get my own editor, which will be nice. V1, V2, Sarbi, my beloved. Ray! I love Ray. Ray's also a streamer, made her own model. Mini shout out to Ray. Sorry, I'm getting distracted.
Okay, anytime now.
my energy has changed. Like my, I guess, confidence talking to chat and talking to people has changed. So that kind of reflects in my content. I've been mostly focusing on streaming lately, so I've not been doing as much on the video editing front. Most of the time, the things I post lately have been just clips from that other people have made, like clipped on Twitch. So I just kind of edit where things are visible, and then just kind of edit slightly the content, and then like the length, and then there you go. That's it. Have it, TikTok. Shove it.
Let's make Sarbi's confidence reach the moon. Yeah, let's do that. We're on a mission, and the mission is boosting Sarbi's confidence to 100 max and plus 2 points. I'm trying to make a Baldur's Gate joke, but I am incapable. What is this? Like intelligence? No, right? Charisma? Like a +3 charisma?
+3 charisma. My charisma has improved. I'd say like I look back at some of my older streams, especially from when I was a PNG tuber, my talking voice, even though people when they started watching me were like, you have the content creator voice, and I'm like, huh? Excuse me, what do that mean? But apparently I have a content creator voice. But I do think
you shared this
I
with
do
me,
think it's gotten better.
I'm so sorry. I told you pretty much the exact same thing. I'm like, you do have the content creator voice. You should make use of it.
I try. I definitely try.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that is actually a good answer. So, to kind of quickly recap that, my question was, how has your content evolved since you started, and then just kind of generally getting more comfortable in your own skin or your VTubers?
Yeah.
In our case,
same games, same games, same shit. It's just. Oh wait, can I swear?
No, yeah, of course.
Okay, same shit, but like different font, I guess. Like slightly different font.
Yeah.
I do less. Like if we're talking about like content that I've recorded, I made a YouTube video talking about V1. I need to make V2, but I would approach it differently to how I did V1 because V1 I did without a script. The video that I made, like showcasing V1 on YouTube, I did without a script. So I didn't need to write a script, but my ADHD makes that really difficult because it's considered a menial task, even though I want to do it. So it's a bit difficult to get myself to actually do it, like sit and do it. Same with editing. On TikTok, I used to do a lot of talking, like where I'd just talk in the video about different things. I haven't done that recently. I've just been posting gamer clips because I don't know what to talk about. It's like I just second guess myself these days. I'm like, I don't have any ideas about specifically what I want to talk about, but also what is interesting. Like, I don't really have any story times. I don't go outside very much. What do I talk about?
I haven't touched enough grass. I don't have stories. No, I'm
like, I live right next to London. I could go into London, but it's like, what do you do on your own?
Yeah,
like I could go on TikTok and complain about the fucking builders next door that I can still hear in my ear.
That could be funny. Like, Loki, that could be funny.
Just me ranting about the builders next door.
No, and it's
I should do it whilst.
and then I should do it whilst. Guys, listen to this, and it's just drilling sounds. That's the whole TikTok.
Today I swear they were using a chainsaw or something.
Oh god.
Or like one of those buffer things against the walls to try and buff the walls. They've taken down all the walls. The walls don't exist in the house anymore. They're fully renovating it. I hate it. I haven't touched grass, but I still got a restraining order.
I want to add something to what you were saying. On like, hey, you don't know what to talk about. I think that is, first of all, it tells me that it's kind of indicative of somebody realizing that they want their content to be better than what it was. Like, they're kind of, how do I say, developing a critical eye, which is a good sign. But I think it can also be really, really devastating because
I just read Jaken's thing. They're in the fucking walls. They literally are in the walls. I can hear them coming through the walls. They haven't stopped. 6 p.m. They're meant to stop.
I don't hear them. I don't hear them.
I've got noise suppression. I've got noise suppression.
Well done.
It's good.
Okay. Yeah, no, I do think it can also be really, like a bad road to go down on, to kind of feel really self-conscious about the content that you make, or even feel really, really, how do you say, like some people feel like the weight of the world on their shoulders, and you're just making a TikTok video. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It's okay if there are errors in it. It's okay if you like are spitting or misspelled the caption or posted the video on the wrong time because you're so sleepy. Not something that happened, by the way. It's okay. It's just
Did they get posted at the right time this time? I haven't checked.
Hope so.
It says you sent a message, which means that, yeah, there we go. Mention me in a post. There we go.
Okay, perfect. They're out at the right time. It's okay. It's just a TikTok. It's not a big deal. And like, there's already so much trash in the world. Unless like you feel some kind of moral responsibility of like creating good in the world, which, I mean, then I can't help you. You're too far gone. My personal opinion, as someone that worked in advertising for like 8 years plus, don't bother. Just get the thing done. Don't try too hard to make it perfect. First of all, it never will be. Just give up.
Yeah. Something that I remember Ray was talking about in her stream, because she was talking about her own model and like how there are things wrong, certain things like wrong with the model. And then everyone in the chat was kind of like, oh, but like it's amazing. And she was talking about how artists will often, I'm pretty sure it was you, Ray, how artists will often look at the small details, whereas the average person will look at the bigger picture and will fill in their eyes and brain just fill in the blanks without realizing it. Like, it's just, they don't look at the details. There's not like one, like I have in some angles and some expressions, like the skin will clip over my eyes slightly, like there's a little bit of skin, or like in certain angles the mouth will be a little bit broken, like right there you can kind of see there's a tiny little clip on my chin where you see the gums coming through, but it's like no one's gonna notice that. Like maybe someone will, but like most of the time most people won't notice that or anything. So it's like try and keep an eye on the bigger picture, because most people will fill in the bigger picture from the blanks. And I definitely took that advice to heart. That's something I try and remember now when I do artwork. Is like, people, like if you stand too close to the painting, you'll see the amazing brush strokes, sure, but when you back up, you see the beautiful painting, right? And it all just comes together. Your brain just puts it all together. So like even with digital art or like models or anything like that, you should probably treat pretty much anything like that. If you look too much at the finer details, which are important, do not neglect them. But if you look too much at them, then you get bogged down that you forget about the bigger picture, you know?
Yep, exactly.
And
so,
yes, Nero, if you're self-conscious, you'll be your worst critic. That is so true.
Yeah,
you're always your own worst critic.
I should probably read the chat a little. Okay, so going out wandering for random encounters isn't really fun. It kind of sucks most of the time. And to add to that point, Undomitable, you will never find a story if you go looking for one. Stories happen to you. That's just how it is. Okay. It can be crushing to think I don't have anything interesting to talk. Sometimes it's more than enough to just talk. Exactly. Or, better yet, just open up Wikipedia, press the randomize button. There you go. You know something new, and you can talk about that.
That is true.
Yeah, okay, so on the ADHD bit, also Tama, hey, welcome into the stream. A warm welcome to you. How are you doing? On the ADHD bit, I remember seeing a story by Thor where he gave actual advice on how to get things done. Like Thor, as in like the guy with the hammer, Thor.
I'm guessing a content creator, Thor.
We don't know Thor. Introduce Thor to us.
Unfortunately, I do not know Thor.
This is really strange because, like, the word Thor in singular. So I'm from Sri Lanka.
Pirate Software. Wait, I think I've heard of Pirate Software before. I've never watched them though.
So I'm from Sri Lanka, and
I'll have a look for that though.
There. And the word Thor is actually kind of like a curse word in singular.
Really?
Like, it's very strange for me to be saying Thor. It's I hope no one from Sri Lanka is watching this. I'm better off staying at home when I can. Nero, furthermore, most hangouts aren't based on any topic in specific. People just like to hang out around their friends and yap about all the yappable things in the world. Exactly. One of my favorite things to do when you kind of don't know what to say is immediately direct the conversation towards weather. And a lot of people at first think, oh, what, we're going to talk about the weather? nobody wants to talk about the weather, but you can definitely bring it up in an interesting way. Like, damn, it's
that's
been
what we
so
do in
cold.
the UK. That's all the Brits talk about. My friend from Europe was like, "You Brits talk about the weather a lot," and I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
it's part of our culture to complain about the weather."
And
But it is a
could be
conversation starter. It is a
it could
conversation
be
starter.
about like
Everyone
having
feels
having
it's
a
fucking
coffee.
raining, isn't it?
Yeah. Wait, can you do it with the voice like the? Can you do it with the voice?
It's fucking raining, innit? Innit,
Perfect.
fam?
Thank you. You have done much for my stream. Appreciate that. Okay. So this kind of brings us to, actually, let me do a quick time check as well. It's been an hour, so it's time for us to wrap up the first section of the interview, which is the introductions, a little bit about your backstory. And I like to do that asking you a very final question.
Okay.
If you could give your past self one piece of advice when you were just starting out, what would it be? So just imagine maybe we have someone in the audience who wants to be a VTuber or thinking of content creation. What would you share with them?
Don't give up. And try and be as engaging with chat as you can, because that's what has people engaging with you. But don't give up no matter, and don't look at the viewer count too often, because you will just make yourself feel down if you stare at it, because your growth isn't tied to numbers. It's tied to, I guess, how people feel when they watch you. So don't look at the numbers. I didn't need that advice when I started, but I think that's important for other people.
But what would you tell yourself?
Probably still don't give up. Just don't. It gets better.
Yeah, no, I think it gets better is really, really important. And everybody wants to, I wish everybody can kind of keep that in the back of their mind. Like, okay, things might be terrible right now, but it gets better. It just does. Okay, trust me.
Just look at Ray. Just look at Ray.
Just trust
Ray's
me,
doing
take my
great
word for it,
lately.
it gets better.
Sorry, I like hyping up my friends. I like hyping up my
hello,
friends.
Ray. I'm not sure if I said hi to you. Hi, hello, welcome in. I know you've been here a while, but let me just take the time to welcome you anyway. Okay, Nabel, you just have to find a Nabel. Oh no!
Yeah, you just have to find a Nabel.
I think I messed up my camera. Hold on.
Oh dear.
Let me try and fix that. Oh. There we go. Sorry about that. A little. What's a VTuber session without a little scuff, huh?
Right? Can't have no scuff. That's why scuffed streamer is in my tags. I know it used to be. I don't think it is anymore. I might have to add it back.
The numbers Mason, what do they mean? Mason found it 2 YouTube shorts with Thor talking about doing things as someone with ADHD. I could post it here if you love. Yeah, go ahead, Tama. You can share the link. I might not be able to open it on stream, but I can have a look afterwards. So do share. Or you can send it in the Discord server. I think maybe that's better. We can all have a look afterwards.
Yeah, send it in the Discord so then I can see it too.
You only lose when you give up. Keep trying and taking care of yourself. You will win. Too positive to my liking. I would just like to say just know it gets better. Sometimes it's hard to keep a positive, attitude. It's so hard.
Yeah. I can be really positive to other people, but when it comes to myself, it's like, oh.
Mm-hmm. No,
you are right, Ray. Scuff is beauty. Scuff is beauty. Brings out the genuineness.
100% true. I'm so bad at many things, but I never give up. Okay, I'll put that in a bit after killing a boss in FF14. Oh, yeah, sure. Hey, good luck killing the boss. All right. So thank you for the posted chat. I can say it. I can do it. Posted check. Thank you for the posted check. And also thank you for the follow on Domitable. Let's take a quick break. and hydrate, and also read the chat while we do that. So give me one moment to put the Be Right Back screen.
Remember, everyone, you can also ask questions.
That's true, yeah.
Don't forget, you guys are allowed to ask questions. This is sincere Sarbi time. Usually when I'm in, like, my streams, I mean, as much as I like being sincere on streams, I also like bringing a little bit of jokiness. And I'm, like, joking a bit, but
Okay,
I definitely am being very sincere with my answers. So, serious, sincere Sarbi incoming.
Sajani's CPU is overheated. No, my CPU is okay, but my mouth needs some watering. Wait, no, that was not right at all. I just need to drink some water, but I'm out of water.
Oh yeah, go get some water. I'll entertain chat, it's okay. You
Yeah,
made me go
for
away,
it.
but I can verbally do it.
Yeah, no, we'll have the Be Right Back for a second.
Why is Sabi so cute? Because I don't know. I don't. No, Vapor, stop it.
I didn't take you to be like a very easily embarrassed person.
Egg, Jakin, Jakin and egg, Jakin and eggs. Where's the wire? What wire? Wait, what? There's a wire. Oh, for the mic.
There we go, Sabi. I have put you back on stream. Please do entertain.
Oh,
Bring you water.
Thank you.
Wait, I'll move myself to the middle. Hello, chat. This is a Sabi stream now. Hello.
Oh, why
Sabi of the interdimensional lake? You're just in the kitchen. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
How can you be so endearing every time?
Guys, I encourage this. Send Sabi more compliments.
No,
Sabi, you're so pretty.
No. Sabi stream, let's go. Hi guys, welcome back to another stream. I never start streams with that, but welcome back. I'm gonna be playing Animal Crossing. Let's go.
Thank you. Nebo, who's saying I'm laying eggs right now? Banned. Time out. Time out, Nebo.
Nebo says you're laying eggs. Wait, let me come
Nebo,
over there.
Absolute timeout.
Let me time
out to Nebo.
I'm tapping on the computer. Oh, it's a little bit too far over. There we go.
Actually laying eggs.
I'm typing on the computer. Ban Nebo. And then
Sab's not only pretty, she's an absolute treasure. We're so lucky to have her here with us in this world. Aww.
What do you mean, Sab? I did not say that anyone is laying eggs. I said Jakin and eggs. As in, like, bacon and eggs, but with Jakin.
Oh, God. Okay. I have had some water. Curtsy my husband.
Okay. Ooh. I'm such sorry. I'm sorry, I'm bringing the cursed from my stream over.
There we go, I'm back. And it's time for us to move into section 2, deep dive.
Oh.
Am I really in the middle? Sabi, maybe you should come a little bit in the middle. And I should go a little bit not so in the middle.
I mean, if you insist.
I insist. There we go. That's better. Okay, alright. The YouTube shows I mentioned are on Discord. Speaking of which, I should probably eat food.
Yes.
Also,
eat
Sajani,
food.
it seems your hydrate redeem is set up as a one-time only. That is true. I didn't want people to spam hydrate. So, it is a one-time redeem. Okay, so moving in.
Only once per person or one per stream? One per person or one per stream?
I think one per person.
Hydrate.
I think one per person.
Eat food and lurk. Yes,
also,
thank you for the lurk.
Hello, welcome in.
Faunus.
Hi. Hello.
Faunus. Hello.
It's me and your
Mr.
friend.
Meow! Mr. Meow!
Hello, Mr. Meow. Meow?
And Koya. If you were here, wait, you've been here the whole time, haven't you? But if you just came in, hello, Koya.
Oh, I see. It's set for 1 per stream. That's okay. That's all right. One per stream is good. We need to make a super weapon to get the wire back. Guys, hold off with the wire. I told you yesterday there will be no wire today, okay?
What's
wire.
the wire? What's
Don't
the
ask,
wire?
okay? Just don't ask. I don't understand. This is not something that I consented to. I don't know. Okay.
Where's the toothless? What do you mean, where's the toothless? Oh my god, wait, do you not have a toothless ready?
I do, but I turn it off for the Q&A sessions because I don't want our guests to be spammed with random
You can't turn that off when you have me. That's my thing.
Okay.
It's okay, I'll just do it. Sorry.
Okay. No. Okay, let's get back to the Q&A, shall we? All right. So for the next section that I'm calling the deep dive, we'll really be kind of exploring what your journey as a creator has been like. And most of my questions, I think maybe what I shared with you had to do with platforms and creating for those platforms. But really for you, I want to know more about your lore. So tell me, Sarbi, where you're from, and the magpie glory and stardust burst. Tell me everything.
I have a region. Let me just pop that up so I can read from it. So that'll probably be the best way to kind of. My dragon form is 7'7". That's the first thing I read. But yeah, basically, canonically, Sarbi, because the backstory and lore is very thematic and like theatrical. So basically, stuck in a parallel dimension. It's kind of like limbo, you know, because it's empty except for like a couple buildings every now and then. There's no other people. It's just Sarbi and this magpie. The magpie's name is Fino. For any of you that don't know, when you use the Miku magpie, I know we call it Miku magpie or Hatsune magpie, but it's actually Miku Fino. That's the name of the emote. So we got big girl. Yes. Sabi's a shapeshifter, so whilst I have this form, I also have wings and a tail because I'm dragon. The dragon was first, then the magpie. So magpie dragon. But I'm a shapeshifter, so my form can shift. So technically just a shapeshifter, but
can you do those things as you explain them? Here's my tail. Here's my wings.
Sadly, no, I do not have the wings rigged. Aww. I have the wings drawn, but not rigged. I never actually ended up rigging them.
No, that sounds like work, definitely. But that would be so cool, you know, when it does come out.
There's a lot of corruption caused by human emotions in this dimension. And the stardust that is in this dimension is sort of an energy. There's like the energy from the auroras that are always at nighttime. Nighttime lasts longer in this dimension than it does in the real world. But the stardust can get corrupted by human emotions and human wishes. And oh, I hear them. The drilling. No. The corruption causes monsters. So in the canon sense, Sarbi is like a guardian and has to stop these corruptions from entering our world, essentially. But Sarbi cannot interact with our world without stardust. The only way she can see the outside world is through stardust, which in my streams you collect as the little points. Your points are stardust. So like the more you collect stardust, the more you can interact with Sarbi through the dimensions. I also really like my how my raid message shows off my lore, because my raid message, I can't do the command in here. Is something like dimensions breaking, dimension shattering, stardust swirling, a dimensional barrier weakens or something like that. And yeah, so it's like it's very interactive in the sense that like literally the only way Sarbi can technically see anyone else is through like a silhouette of stardust that you can collect in like to be more visible. The canon lore is the story of the character, but it's very theatrical. It's not like, you know, it's like a movie sort of thing. It's like a movie story. It's very action. There's like action and emotion and everything, which is great, but it doesn't, I guess, directly come into like canon. Sarbi technically isn't playing games, but you know, so I haven't quite figured out how to connect the actual streaming to the canon lore yet. But the canon lore is still canon, you know?
I have more questions. So
yes.
It's I think very very interesting to also see the process through which you come up with this universe, and you know, like the little mechanisms that you use to travel to other dimensions, or you know, okay, so this is what this means. So what is your process when you kind of approach, and why a magpie?
So my process is honestly daydreaming, listening to music and daydreaming about like animations, and then the animations kind of fill in the blanks for the story. So I have I maladaptive daydream where I like get stuck for like hours sometimes just listening to different songs or listening to the same song over and over again, and almost like thinking of literally seeing an animation in my head of like this movie that's playing in my head of this story, and then it just ends up like adding up. This story has been, ever since I made V1, I've started sort of thinking about it. But why a magpie? I've always loved magpies ever since I was young. Fino is actually a character that I've had in my head from like very young. I struggled with friends, but magpies were always around, and I used to try and feel less lonely. I used to pretend that, like, when I was like a kid, I used to pretend like the magpies were my friends, and that like I could summon that specific one by calling out to it, and that was Fino. So Fino would always like show up when I needed him, even though like it was just a different magpie. Probably it was just like I just see one, I'm like, oh, it's that one, the same one, but it's not. And I kind of wanted to pay homage to that. And also, magpies love trinkets. I love trinkets. Dragons love like hordes of like treasure.
Yeah.
I like treasure. I like hoarding my figurines and plushes. So like magpie dragon, put them together. Is literally they're both the like perfect combination. It's like a perfect combination. Loves trinkets and shiny things. Loves like hoarding it in like a pile, and I'm like, there, like, yes, I want all the plushes.
Half dragon that hoards figurines and other trinkets that you're interested in. Like you if in your universe, your limbo, we go to defeat the dragon and you find the treasure, it's just a bunch of like anime figurines. It's just Hatsune Miku cosplay and Hatsune Miku stuff. Honestly, I would go. I would embark on that journey. That sounds amazing.
You don't need to kill the dragon, because I am the dragon. The dragon is friendly.
No. Okay.
The dragon is
so
friendly.
So he'll just share a figurine with you. Here's a ramen top noodle. Here's a ramen top Hatsune Miku for you. You can go back in peace.
Yes. You want some gems? Just give me some Mikus and I'll give you some gems. Because in the canon lore, there are gems around that give different powers and different like energies. The auroras themselves are going to feature. They're not featured much in this design, but my idea for V3, because V3 is going to straighten out the lore very like a lot. Because I mean, it's still a work in progress, so I'm still working on it. The VGen helped a lot with my ideas, because VGen is like a site where different creators can put their like characters as well as like put their like availability for commissions, but I used it to put V2. V3 will have its own character sheet and everything, and the lore will be a lot more straightened out. But Auroras will feature heavily in the future designs. I don't know how possible it is for you to share pictures on your stream.
Yeah, you can send me something. And while I kind of figure that out, we can kind of continue the conversation.
Yeah,
and I just, I think I just put 2 and 2 together with your Minecraft auroras, because I remember when I was watching your stream the other day, I was saying, dude, the sky looks so pretty. And you were like, yeah, it's part of the lore. Now I know. Now I know.
Yeah.
The more you know. Very interesting.
Yeah,
I think it's also cool that you kind of try to replicate your universe in Minecraft, or I'm not sure about other games that you play that you try to do this as well.
I think Minecraft has always been a way that I can sort of put my character into it. Because my character essentially came from Minecraft. The original version of Sarbi, like
hold on. Hold on.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Original version of Sarbi was an Ender Dragon girl. So, like, yeah, the Ender Dragon part was where the dragon came from.
We lost visual.
And but after that, I was like, no, I don't really want to be based on a Minecraft thing anymore. But I still wanted to be sort of me, so it just kind of moved away from Ender Dragon and became myself. Mostly as I grew up and found myself, because I've been drawing the Sarbi persona for ages. It's represented me for a long time. About interacting Stardust makes too much sense, and Sarbi is an absolute star and should make things glow brighter for her friends. I thought I read that as fans. I was like, fans? Excuse me? But yes.
What fans?
Is there something about dragons are notably resilient?
Showing an image, shockingly, is proving more difficult than I imagined. Hold on.
It's okay. I'm just reading through the comments whilst you're doing that.
A part of this is also that I am, on a VR headset. So if I want to look at another screen or something, it becomes more complicated than it needs to be, if you ask me.
Oh, Nero, that's so sweet. I do like dragons. I don't headcanon dragons as like monsters. For me, dragons are more like, they're majestic beings. I guess I really like the more Eastern versions of dragons, so where it's like hope and luck. Chaos shall reign, yes. The darkness has come. The void. The void. The void.
All right,
everyone's saying the void.
Let me
we know we're on the BRB screen.
Let me share your drawing of the dragon shortly before we switch on over. You want to say something about this?
Yeah, this is the concept. This is the concept art that I did for Sarbi's dragon form. As you can see, it has a little bit more of the like Aurora theming with the colors, but still the magpie theming. That horn on the top of the head, you can see is like levitating off the top of the. There's like levitating slightly. It levitates, and it's hard to explain without actually animating it. So I'll have to animate it at some point. But the horn is removable. And kind of can be used as a sword that circles around Sarbi as well, but like magic, as well as kind of just like a static horn on the top of the head that's like almost like a unicorn horn. It ciphers energy and can be used both detached from the body and connected to the body. So it's like, it appears when Sarbi needs to like fight off corruption. So that's the idea for that. I'm just trying to work out kind of what colors I want and like the shape. You can see that it's like semi-noodle dragon, semi-noodle, but not full noodle. Trying to get your weapon of choice. Yes, yeah, exactly. A big floating battery, more like a floating like a wand or a sword, but also a unicorn horn.
All right.
That like, yeah.
I'm gonna transition us back because
Yes.
I think given how I
To
expected
do
that
the
to go,
law.
given how I expected that to go, it went pretty well.
That was very
Okay,
good. Thank you.
Sabi, thank you for the save. Yeah, thank you for saving the stream while I was away trying to figure that out.
It's
Okay.
okay.
So, no, but I'm also
I know
I'm
how
glad
scuff.
we.
I know scuff. I know scuff. So I can deal with scuff. I had to deal
No,
with scuff
I'm
all the
glad
time.
we
So I
did
just
it
gap
though.
over it.
I'm glad we did though. I'm very happy to share your process because this is exactly what I asked for, right? So who drew that? Did you draw that?
Yes, I drew that.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my concept art, that a little sketch that I did to like, mostly I did it to like try and you know, get some of the colors in the right place. Mostly it is the pose of the like one on the right is directly based off of another very similar like shaped dragon, because I just wanted ideas, so I was just using some references. So if anyone's like, I recognize that pose, it's like, yeah, I took it directly from a different dragon. I just wanted colors. I just was like, I need to get a design, so I'll just you know,
No,
and then
okay,
I'll tweak
so
it.
on to that point,
And I did tweak it.
Sabi, I just want to say, I think it's totally okay to trace as long as you're not printing that on a t-shirt and selling the t-shirt. Like, as long as you're not infringing on anyone's copyright or intellectual property by actually making money out of it, it's okay to copy. That's actually like the first 12
I just
weeks
wanted
of art
to. I just
school.
wanted to.
All you do in art school for like the
preface.
first 12 weeks is just look at things and redraw them, learn the techniques. If you're like, if you're an aspiring designer that wants to, you know, learn how to draw, don't bother with the people that like really lean onto you. It's like, hey, did you use this as a reference? Yes, you did, and you have to. That's how we learn. As long as you're not printing it on a t-shirt, you know, like you're good.
I'm
It's
never
okay.
really bad about references. Like, I tend to like try and use references these days because I know they're important. It's just like, I know that someone might look at it and be like, oh my god, that's extremely similar to like just another dragon. It's like, yes, that's on purpose, because I wasn't trying to. I don't have any other examples of the dragon form yet. I would use my own examples if I had them, but I was basically just like, I need a shape. I need the shape and I need the colors. So I was like, okay, let me just use this reference. I really like the shape of this dragon, but then I did edit it to kind of be like, so I used it as a reference and then I kind of edited it to what I was thinking. And then like the head, I believe, was like a different reference. So I kind of did what a lot of artists do, is like you put a bunch of different references together and then you kind of draw from that. And I just and then I just added colors underneath, and the tail was different and everything. But yeah, so if it looks similar, then that's why.
Oh,
but
Jacob, you make a wonderful point. Dragons aren't real, so every dragon is a reference. Exactly. Exactly. That's a very good point. Okay. No, thank you so much for sharing your process. That's really, really insightful. And I'm kind of glad we got to kind of see behind the scenes a little bit as well. And now I'm kind of gonna shift the gears a little bit and ask you a different question, and that is, what has been your biggest challenge growing a community? And I want to give a little bit more context to this question. So streaming really has to do with who's gonna come and, you know, watch, who's gonna come and be there with you to play the games if you want them to participate. And you have to nurture a community. And what are the challenges you faced in doing this?
I think keeping up the energy has been one of the biggest challenges for me, and combating my imposter syndrome of that people secretly hate me and just I'm secretly a bad person and no one's gonna want to watch me or like interact with me at all. Having the Discord has helped. Oh,
I'm so sorry.
I know, it's okay. It works. You're like right up. I'm like sat back in my chair, and you're like sat right up against the. You could type on that keyboard.
Like a little bit. Okay.
You could touch it. But yeah, it's like I would say that's probably the most difficult thing of like when you're trying to grow a community. you need to be sure of yourself in a way. You need to be able to convey, you need to like kind of show people why you want people to come and see you. Like, why should they spend their free time watching your streams?
Yeah.
I still don't know why people do. And unfortunately, that is probably because of my low self-esteem. So even though people have told me probably many reasons and been like, oh, you're lovely. And I'm like, yeah, but why? It's like I need a very specific reason. But so it's like I found that very difficult, kind of being able to engage with people who want to come into the streams. And also just finding where these people are. Twitch isn't very good for discoverability. Unless you're already watching smaller streamers or similar streamers, you're not going to find new people. And then talking to other streamers has been the reason that I've grown my community. So like collaborations and like just being friends with other streamers, hopping into other streamers chats and like becoming friends with them.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult, not only just for me because I get a lot of social anxiety, but also because there could be that thing of like, oh, I'm a smaller streamer approaching a slightly larger streamer, even if it's just a little bit, like, oh, they're like a little bit more well established. Are they going to think that I'm just here for clout when I just want friends? Like, I just want to get to know people in the VTuber community. I wasn't doing it to grow my community. It just so happened that helped. And it's just like there's a bunch of factors. It's a lot of social stuff. It's just very difficult to kind of get a handle of, especially in the beginning. It's very daunting. It's very scary. There's people that are in the industry or like, you know, VTuber community who have been at this for ages and they've like, you're new. No one knows who you are yet and stuff. And it's just very daunting and growing a community because if you're not sure of yourself and you're not sure of yourself, the viewers aren't going to see it, maybe, if you're not like confident enough to like convey that on stream. And then it's also hard to just grow it with other people, like other streamers. Just want to mention that you have burnt yourself, Nibble. Are you okay, Nibble?
What are you doing, Nibble?
Are you cooking? I hope you're okay. Please run your whatever you burnt under cold water, please. It really helps. And then put some like aloe vera or something over it. Okay. Health warning aside.
Please take care of the affected area.
Yes.
No, yeah, that's good advice. Do run it or do have cold water run over. That really does help. You have to hold it in the water for quite some time though. Okay. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm so distracted by the hand burning. What are you doing? Too late. Burned myself 10 minutes ago. What
Never too
are you
late.
doing? And why are you bringing it up now? What can I do for you? Do you want a band-aid? Can I give you a band-aid? A band-aid emote for Nibble? Okay, wait.
To at least take care of it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You didn't notice that you burned yourself until a few seconds ago. Okay. Okay.
Medic! You want a band-aid just to have? Sarbi-themed band-aids? A little Sarbi face on them.
Hatsune Miku band-aids?
The thing is, that's probably a thing in Japan. You probably get that imported.
It probably is a thing. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So I want to kind of get back into a more question for somebody who wants to do this as a career. And I think this is something that I noticed as I speak to people who do. Well, maybe they don't necessarily even call themselves VTubers. They're just kind of here for fun. They play, they stream. It's not serious as in the sense they're not really looking to make money in the platform. But I know that's not the case for you. So
yeah,
this brings me to
unfortunately.
this brings me to the question. What has your experience been like with monetization? And not just on Twitch, but also on other platforms. Like, how has it been for you?
So on other platforms, not good at all, but that's also because it's, I guess, tied to Twitch. TikTok doesn't get enough views for monetization, and I think the monetization on TikTok isn't that good anyway. At least from what I've heard. So it might take a while for that to even start earning anything. I think it takes a while for like accounts to start earning anything. I have a coffee, but that's based on donations. And obviously I don't expect people to donate. So whilst that technically hasn't been doing very well, I'm not really looking at that and being like, oh, that's like a letdown or anything. So the main way I've been making money is through gift subs, so gifted subs.
Yeah.
And I've been very fortunate to have some very generous friends. One of them's in the chat right now, Jakin, was very generous towards the start of November and October. And actually both of them, him and Ace, one of my mods, both have been very generous. And then over time, like Vapor's gifted and stuff. So it's like, it's been more than I expected. And I'm so like grateful for that. So I would not complain. Like it's not at a point that I could like sustainably live on my own or anything, which is the goal. But I didn't expect that right away. In fact, I barely expected to meet the $50 threshold in my first like few months of being affiliate. I got to affiliate 3 months ago.
You would be surprised to learn that I think only up to 76% of people who make accounts on Twitch and stream don't make it to the payout threshold. So just by, I think if I remember correctly, please don't quote me on this. I think just by making it to the first Twitch payout, you're like in the top 20% of Twitch streamers. So congratulations.
Thank you. It definitely has been my October, the one that happened in October. So the one I got paid in November, because I've got, 2 payouts that have beaten the threshold thanks to very generous people. And the first time that like everyone got very like there was I think it was like a gift war where a bunch of people were gifting because they were trying to top the leaderboard, and I almost started crying because I got a hype train, and I started crying, like almost starting crying because I got really emotional because I didn't feel like I felt so bad because I was like, what? I just got affiliate, guys. Like this month.
No, I remember that. No, I understand your feelings.
Yeah, and it's happened since where it's just slowly kind of trickled up. Because November again, that was like it happened in November. And I would say like as much as I don't care about the money, it's also I do want it to be a job. So whilst I'm like, oh, I probably don't deserve it. Nera's going to tell me off for that. Nera's going to tell me off for saying that. But, like I feel, okay, I will preface it as I sometimes feel like that. I'm not saying that definitively. It's like, I also know like kind of have to get used to it a little bit if I want to make a job out of this. But to answer the question, sorry, I'm rambling a bit. To answer the question, I'd say it's going pretty well on Twitch. Like it's better than I thought it was. That it would be. I've not had any trouble. Like I've never had any trouble getting the money out of Twitch either, which is good. It's just unfortunate that dollars mean nothing in pounds. I literally lose about what it tells me like I have a few $100 and I get like £2. That's an exaggeration, but that is a very large exaggeration, but
excuse me, I have to cough.
It's not that much. It's like 70% of what it says I get, but the last
and some water.
The last percent is yeah, have some water. But yeah, the last percentage is like because of the conversion rate, because dollars, there's more dollars, there's less dollars in pounds, It gets small. The amount gets smaller when you go to pounds, which sucks.
Yeah. I'm so sorry for coughing in the middle. Thank you for reminding me to hydrate.
Please don't apologize for that. Your body needs to cough sometimes.
I would have really liked to very quickly toggle on the mute and then cough all I like while I let you ramble. But unfortunately, you say on VR, it's not so easy to click on a button. It's so tiny, and then you have to point a very, very arbitrary controller pointer to press on something. I might as well just cough on stream.
No, it's fine.
Also, Faunus, I saw you when you said that you're writing it down to quote me. I don't think I'd be too far off. But speaking of monetization, I'd like to add something here as well. I think, Sarbi, shockingly, you and I probably started at the same time, I think.
Roughly about, yeah. We also have the same, I just recently saw, we have a very similar amount of followers. You have 163. I have 167 followers on Twitch. We are very with the same kind of doing the same sort of thing.
But I think you have you have kind of been streaming for longer still, I think, with your versions and whatnot. But I also only made it to affiliate about a month or two ago, I think. I don't know, probably. Yes, so I remember in October I had affiliate because I did a donathon for my birthday. And very few Sorry?
I was going to say, I've had about 3 months because I've had 3 payouts. One of them was only just over 50. One of them was only just over the $50 fresh mark, and then the other ones have surpassed it, the other 2.
I see. So, where was I going with this? Yeah, so I haven't announced it. I was thinking about sharing this in my server with my peoples in the guilds, the travelers. I got my payout and it kind of went through directly to my PayPal, and I was thinking for quite some time, hey, what do I want to do with the money? And because of course it's far from I can't make a living out of it, but it's still, I think, money that people send me because they enjoyed the company or the content. And I decided to spend it back into VR equipment, and I bought a battery head strap for the Quest 3. Hopefully
that's awesome.
Yeah. When they do arrive, I shall share pictures with you. Thank you so much for your contribution, and I hope I can use that money to improve the streams further.
Yeah, I definitely have also the money that I got for this month's payout. I used because of Black Friday. Literally yesterday I bought an upgrade to my PC, so I've gone from having total 16 gigabytes of RAM. I'm going to be able to have 32 gigabytes of RAM, which is a big upgrade to process it to because everything is a little bit scuffed sometimes when I have loads of things open. So the money that I've been getting from stream has basically been going in savings to put towards I bought some emotes recently as well, an emote. It's being done. They've accepted the commission. Would someone like to do the ray or the vaporwave slow blink? Basically it's a template that they can put your character on top of, so they're gonna I commissioned my character and a Miku Fino character, slow blink. So hopefully I get 2. It's been paid for, and I'm gonna have my own slow blink.
Nemo Lark. How do you say this?
Nam.
Hello.
You can just say Nam.
Hi, Nam.
Welcome
to the stream. Say hi.
Hello.
To
It's so cool seeing all you guys here, genuinely. I said, oh, please come in. It would be nice to see everyone. And then literally everyone has showed up. Jake and Mr. Meow.
Thank you.
Vaporwaves, was streaming, and then I'm guessing, he went in the chat and was everyone go over.
Follow. Appreciate that.
And
thank you so much for coming, JustSarbi. I've just been questioning her. I've been interrogating her. I invaded her room. I went through her browser history right here. All
you're gonna find is My Little Pony videos that I was watching.
I found some suspicious things in the browser history.
What?
Some suspicious things.
What did you find? Keep
I
my
shall
name out of
not
your
name
mouth.
them. I shall not name them in the stream because I am civilized. Okay, so let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. But thank you so much for sharing your experience with monetization. I think as much as a lot of us would really like to make money, it definitely is something that you have to kind of balance with feeling like, hey, you're doing enough to receive what you do at the same time, having to do more, all of that. Definitely a battle.
I definitely have to because there's the battle of that, but then there's also I need to try and there's sometimes moments where I get sad that I don't get more. I guess because of I think I crave the stability of having a stable income. So not having it has just been made things a little bit wobbly. And I'd like to be honest with everyone here because obviously I don't require anything. Watching me is free and I do it to cheer people up, to give people a little bit of happiness back, to maybe brighten someone's bad day or just give someone a little bit of a chuckle or a smile. That is why I do it.
I have to interrupt you. Nemo Faunus, I see you I see you fangirling in the chat. And I am should I know who you are? Fuck. Damn, I'm a fan too. I'm joking.
Nim is the co-owner of my Discord and a very, very close friend of mine. Literally one of the closest friends I've made this year. We've known each other a little bit longer than that, but we've only gotten close this year due to some issues with an old friend group. And
no problem. Hey Nemo, welcome in.
She's just wonderful. She's writing her own book and writing her own book and illustrating it. So she's an artist. Everyone in the Discord loves her. She's very sweet.
Cool. Wait. Yeah. You know what would be cooler if your aunts were watching?
My aunts are not watching.
We could show it. We could show the VODs to her. We could show the VODs to them.
Okay.
Okay.
What do I need to do?
So, right. Let's get on with the Q&A.
One second. Making money can be an ambition, but in my opinion, should be a goal. That's exactly what I've been what I was trying to say. Basically, I want to be honest that sometimes, because obviously money, and especially in this world, unfortunately, is very important, and I wish it wasn't. And I want to take I'm taking streaming seriously. It's a job to me. Commissions, anything like that, I treat like I'm working on it. I make money from it, so it's considered a job. And I appreciate everything anyone gives me, even the tiniest little bit amount, or just sticking through a 3-minute ad means so much. So yeah, it's literally that puts it in, that puts it in perfect words. It's an ambition, but it's not the reason why I do it. I'm not doing this for money. It's just a bonus, I guess. But I did want to be honest that if I'm going to be honest, if there's a Q&A, we're being sincere, that I guess it happens to anyone. If you don't have much money, you're going to feel a little bit sad about not having much money. I unfortunately don't have to worry about rent, but I do get stressed sometimes.
There are many layers to this.
Yeah.
And I would like to point out a few things without really being biased about anyone's objective here, okay? If you are someone that is making money online and that's how you do it, it is not possible for you to kind of treat this as something in the back of your mind. That's just the reality of it. If you can, that is definitely that's definitely a privilege. That is a privilege you and I have, Sarbi, and we are really lucky to be able to have that privilege. And then there is a secondary layer of telling people, hey, you do this as your job. This is serious to you. And saying that is not the same thing as saying you should send me money or I will starve. Which that's completely in bad taste. Like, we do not
I
want
make
to say that
joke. I make that joke, but it's 100% a joke.
It's funny, but
when I joke
not,
about it, I'm making fun of people who are like online begging. Like,
it doesn't
not
work
sincerely
either.
being like, please help. I'm talking about the people who like, the people who are like begging for more malicious reasons.
I think what you mean to say is that people who feel owed. People who feel owed, that like they're here, they're videos, that they feel owed that you subscribe or you send bits or you send
my
money
jokes are
to my
always
coffee,
making
which is
fun
really,
of that.
really different. Which is really, really different, and that's not at all what we want to say.
I definitely need to be like, I worry that because I joke about it. Sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I can't. I've never said like, oh my god, I can't pay for anything. Please send me money or anything like that. I've just been sometimes like, I will get like the feet out of the money. That's what I said yesterday.
Exactly. No,
I will learn how to render feet.
People who feel entitled to people's money and presents, they get upset. Like, oh, you're in the Discord server, all the messages you get where you guys didn't show up, and then there are people that like make comments like, oh, it took me 4 years to hit affiliate, and like they're just so rude to everyone that comes. Like, God,
those people. It's like no wonder it took you so long to get. I'm sorry. I don't want to be rude to people's journeys, because some people it takes a long time for a real, like, for just like no good reason, like just bad discoverability. But like some people definitely feel like they're owed money, and I just don't want anyone to get that impression of me, even though I'm trying to be honest about like, yes, this is something I want to take seriously. I would like to make a stable income from this in the future. That is,
no, yeah, exactly, and that's what I want to point out. Those two things are not the same. They're very different things.
I think I just worry too much that I'll be misunderstood as the other if I even talk about it.
You can't help that, right? People will, no matter what you do or say, if they will misunderstand you. It's just nature of communication. Misunderstanding is just definitely how it works.
I think I had a point, but it's suddenly gone. I literally was about to say it and now it's gone. One sec.
That's okay.
Because I was reading Nabel's thing about the printing working. Congratulations.
Congrats. Hold on, I lost my chat. Let me open you guys up again.
And you watch Wire Feet. Feet out for 1K. We were joking about this in yesterday's stream. That's why I brought it up, because so I don't remember who it was, but someone in my chat was like, I'll pay $1,000 for Sarbi feet, and I was joking around saying I will learn how to draw. I will learn how to draw them. I mean, I have feet. They're just hidden by boots. That actually
happened to me. Funny story. Wait, I can't tell the full story because it would take just way too much time. But it happened so that I ended up selling my feed pics as a VTuber. So I took some pictures of my VR set model, and then I was like, there we go, feed pics. And yes, it had to be done. A certain situation happened, and since then I have not done this. I felt like, god damn, like I didn't even think that that like somebody was actually going to send money. It was pretty funny. I was joking about it. I was like, ha ha ha, feed pics, ha ha, funny. And then there was money in my coffee, and I was like, oh shit.
Now I have to do it.
Oh shit. Okay, here are some pictures of my model.
Jacob is saying, we were talking about how someone made feet art for the tier 3s. I definitely do want to do, if we're going to talk about, I guess, monetization, then like things that I've done to, I guess, incentivize maybe spending is to basically just give back to the people, give them something, I guess, tangible maybe. So I trialed it. I got the idea way too late. Well, I say I got the idea. It was inspired by Honey, another friend of mine, to do for the month. The person that gave the most gifted for the whole month will get a piece of custom artwork and a surprise gift for the person who gave the most bits.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I want to do that every month. The custom artwork's not going to be like crazy detailed or anything, just because I don't think I could do that. It'll be good. It'll be good. Like, I'll put effort into it. And I think that will give back to people. You know, there's something that people might want to be at the top of the leaderboard for, some artwork.
Yeah. So in marketing,
but it's obviously still not. It's not. You know, it's not. You don't have to.
In
it's only if you
marketing,
want
we
to.
call this. In marketing, we call this incentivization.
Yes, I've been thinking about how I can incentivize without also selling out.
No, sellout. We don't like sellouts. Okay,
No.
let us hone back into the Q&A session. I just want to do a quick time check. It's been 1 hour 45 minutes. Thank you so much for sticking around with us. Almost 2 hours, and we are just.
They stay through 6-hour streams of mine. It's fine.
We are going to slowly transition into the fourth section of the interview, and that's collaboration. But of course, before we go there, I do have a very important question that I think would be interesting if I could kind of hear not only what you do, but also maybe how you feel about this.
Yeah.
How do you handle negative feedback on your streams about your models and trolls and social media generally?
I haven't had much experience with trolls or anything yet, so I don't know how to answer. I guess most of the time I just ignore it. I've had a couple of like comments that it's like, oh, okay, thank you. You know, where you're just like, But you just ignore them. But yeah, I would say I probably would just ignore them. I'd have to be very careful that they don't feed into my own insecurities. But fortunately, I have a really cool community that is very much about giving me love. So I don't think I'd have as much issue. I've also got good mods, so.
I see. That's wonderful. So since you don't have much to say about this, I shall provide an answer myself. First of all, I'm really happy to hear that you didn't have to deal with this. I'm very happy to hear that you. Oh, hey, thank you. What was that?
Oh, Vapor raided.
Hey, oh my goodness, a raid! Thank you so much. Thank you for the raid, Vaporwave, and hello, viewers. Welcome in. Good afternoon, good evening to you. Let me just say, Undomitable, Mr. Meow, Nero Crab, welcome in, and anyone else as well?
Raiders.
Yeah, welcome in, Raiders.
Welcome, Raiders, but the also the ones that were already here.
Yeah, welcome in, everybody. Yeah, so on my side, I was just adding my own thoughts into dealing with trolls and negative feedback, and I only had to deal with, like, while I was on stream, just one person so far, and he was like cursing at me in German, and it was pretty funny. And I kind of I thought, you know what, I'm gonna engage with this guy, okay? So he said something, and I was like, okay, all right, I've heard that before, can you tell me a new one? And no, it took him like 2-3 minutes to cook something to tell me other than the first insult he had hurled at me. And then I was just like teasing him the whole time. Oh man, you can't even like come up with something? Okay, then, well, first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna follow me. And then immediately he follows me. And then I was like, all right, now we're just having a conversation, okay? So just tell me something, best thing you can come up with. And I think he says, make me a sandwich. And I was like, oh,
I remember you telling this to me. Oh my God.
It was just so embarrassing. I was like, damn, you don't have an original idea in your mind.
No, that's the worst one. That's the laziest one you could go to.
Yeah. You can't even insult me, skill issue. Exactly, that was the vibe. Yeah. And I was like telling him, I'm gonna turn this into a TikTok. I'm gonna show you a username. I was I was really going at it. But then I think the people in the comments, like people who watch me usually, was like, whoa, we have not seen this side to Sajini before, including a very old friend of mine. She was like, what is going on right now? God damn, they were shook. Exactly. And in the end, I really thought about whether I wanted to make a TikTok out of it, but I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's not farm negative attention.
Yeah.
even though it really works.
Even though
on
it's
social
funny.
media.
Even though it was very funny. Have you had to deal with bots much yet? Have you had the bots come in?
I do.
Because I guess if we're talking about I guess negative things, bots are everywhere. I hate them. I haven't had free viewers. But they gotten worse. They say hello first. They come in and they go like, hey, how you doing? And then they'll follow you and you're like, oh, hello, welcome in. And then they're like, you're like, oh, welcome to the stream. And then they're like, free viewers. It's like, fuck you.
Hold on.
My hopes up for a new viewer.
I need to make a comment about everybody making charisma and speech negative 1 comments. You guys are so welcome to watch me play Baldur's Gate. Because I love Baldur's Gate. And this wouldn't be a stream with Sajini in it if I didn't mention Baldur's Gate. So now that that's out of the way, I think it's finally time for us to move into the next section of collaboration, I think. This would be interesting for you and I both, because we are both relatively new and we are both looking to make friends, get to know the rest of the VTuber community. And I would like to kind of point blank ask you what kind of collaborations do you think would be fun or exciting, not just for you but also for your audience?
I think group games that are slightly chaotic, that you can kind of bounce off of each other's energy, is good. Currently, I guess we're doing a Minecraft collaboration with the server, because it's my friends, but a bunch of them are streamers as well. So Jaken's in there, Nim is in there, Project Lily, who is another streamer friend of mine, is in there. I think some character actually is a streamer. He just doesn't stream very often at the moment. They're technically other streamers, so that's kind of fun because we can kind of bounce off each other. So I guess games like that. Lethal Company is always a fun one, because it's also enjoyable for the audience, because it's you can bounce off each other with joking and stuff. And just I'd like more chill collaboration streams though.
Like this
kind of
one?
where you can just sort of chat with each other, or
talk. It's just having a conversation.
Yeah. I like web fishing for that. I think web fishing is a good, or Animal Crossing, or other cozy games, where it's multiplayer, but you're not really doing a whole lot. But Helldivers is very Helldivers is very chaotic.
It's a lot.
I love playing that with friends. It's just there's a mix between getting really chaotic for collaborations or just being really chill. And I want to do more of both. Someone I really want to collaborate with.
Akuma. Welcome in. I'm so sorry to kind of jump in. And Akuma's telling us that they left a follow on Sarbi's channel. Thank you so much for doing that. Appreciate it.
Yay. Thank you so much.
True supporter. Hey, everyone, go follow Sarbi. Okay, Crimson Nyla for democracy. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Are you here to talk about The Wire again? Because please stop.
I think we're talking about Helldivers, as in because it's for democracy. Do you not know any of the Helldivers memes?
I do not know any of the Helldivers memes.
Have you ever watched Starship Troopers?
I have not.
Okay, then you won't get any of the references.
I'm doing my part. Suddenly, I am disqualified as a nerd. You haven't seen the Starship Troopers? Okay, well then, moving on. You won't get it. Okay,
it's
so
it's very good.
Could you kind of list? Could you just kind of sum up that question? Could you? I said could you 15 times. give like few examples of games that you would like to play, like collaborations. You said Stardew Valley, Minecraft. What else?
Yeah, I'd say like Minecraft, and probably like Lethal Company would be really fun. I'm trying to think of like
Among Us, but Among Us is not in anymore.
Nah, I'd still play Among Us with a bunch of cool friends.
Nero is asking me, would you like to know more? Yes, I would. Tell me. I would like to know more.
That's one of the memes from the movie.
Also, Nyla, I did enough talking about the Wire for today. We'll spread more Wire religion on the 14th. Okay, well,
Lockdown Protocol. Yeah, that's new. Lockdown Protocol is quite cute. It's the new Among Us.
Wait,
I would like to play that.
I think you guys are talking about the Astarian date scene right now. Okay, Tama, I'm gonna read your comment. Oh, it was just Sajini going around city finding spots to make out with Astarian, and then later on she literally ditched him in camp and went to murder Loroka and the weird-ass wizard that was looking for Dame Aileen. Oh, and the small episode with drinking on sus potion that turns blood into an explosive while in front of Astarian.
Are you also an Astarian simp? Because I understand the first half of that. I would just go around the city finding spots to make out with Astarian.
That was the stream. I was just like, Baldur's Gate 3 date with Astarian. All I did entire stream was walk around Baldur's Gate and kiss Astarian in spots. I'm moving the camera around and I'm like, this angle, this spot. Let's get top of like this bench. Okay, perfect. Kiss time. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, there we go. Most happy to add my touch to the Q&A session as well, which is some Astarian fangirling. Here's an interesting question. If you could collaborate with any other content creator, big or small, who would it be and why? Wait, before you answer, can I just say it's probably going to be Jaden Animations.
Yeah, but we've talked about this. You can't say that. You already know.
But go on. Tell us anyway.
Jaden Animations, because she's really fun and like just amazing. She loves Pokemon. She loves Miku. And yeah, I just feel like we have a lot in common, and I feel like we would get along. At least I'd like to think so. And yeah, just a huge inspiration. I would love to just once be able to not physically, but I guess verbally with her listening, be able to say thank you. So even if it was just that, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I think you could like send her a video into her fan mail account.
Probably.
Hi, it's me, Sarbi.
But then I'll have no idea. I won't be able to see. I won't be able to see a reaction.
Wait. Let me make an opportunity for you right now. Okay, hold on.
Oh my god.
This is your moment.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. You have to give me a minute, right? Come in the middle.
Okay.
Come in the middle. And treat this stream as if Jaden Animation's watching, and tell her how much of a fan you are. Come in the middle. Not like that. Not like that.
Oh wait, whoa.
Hold on. Not like that. Okay, wait, cut. Okay, from the beginning, there you go.
Hi. I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for you. So thank you so much. I wanted to become an animator because of you, and I became a VTuber because of you. Your subathon brought so much light to me when I was in a really dark place, and I just want to say thank you.
To Jaden Animations.
Yeah, thank you to Jaden Animations.
Yeah.
Jaden, you're amazing. I hope that you have everything you want in life.
Oh, me too. Okay, scooch over. Thank you. Thank you. Here we are.
I'll scooch back over.
Thank you. That was actually really nice. Adorable. Thank you.
It's all the truth. It's all the truth.
Well done. There you go. Now you have shared your feelings with Jaden Animations. We will try to get her to see it if we can.
If I ever get a response, I will probably cry. Jaden, I like Miku. Let's talk about
This is you
Miku.
lulling Jaden animations into responding to her. Oh, I love Miku.
Miku. I like birds. I'm bird themed too.
Undomitable, no, the clip command does not work. I have no idea that you can set this up as a command even, but you can click the button.
You can click the button. Click the button.
Yes, click the button. Okay. Oh,
Oh, you clipped it? Oh, Nara, did you clip it? Thank you.
Hands.
Please download and send me the landscape version of that later. I just want it for my just to have as a document, you know.
All right.
I can.
Okay. Weber, I have no idea either how to set that command up. Yeah, I didn't even know that it can be a command. Very good to know. More you know.
Ask Ray. Ray knows clearly. She has one.
Okay, let me do that. Also, while I am currently
on an ad.
Oh no, sorry. Rip. I wish I could turn it off, but because I make no money. Like small VTubers, we make no money. Like generally streamers
from ads,
no money from ads. Like it's just
I've got like
0.06
pence. But then I have an ad block in the form of Ace and Vapor. Even like Vapor's number 3 on my leaderboard currently, because every time someone new comes in that like is chatty, they instantly get gifted a sub. It's like no ads for you.
An ad block.
We have an expensive ad block, but you don't have to pay for it. The viewers will.
Okay, perfect.
Very much
you are very lucky. Very lucky. Very lucky. Also,
yes.
While I have everyone here, thank you so much for joining in. You've been a wonderful audience. Let's leave it at that. Thank you for being a wonderful audience.
They're always a wonderful audience. These guys.
Okay, so you can probably tell from my tone, I have the next question loaded and ready to go.
Yes, I'm ready.
Have you done collaborations in the past, and how did they go, and what did you learn from them?
Yes, I have. I've been in a Lethal Company collab, and that is how I met Jakin, and like it was awesome because I met so many cool other streamers like Fadeless and Maple and oh fucker, who else? Yagi. And like just awesome people. And also people in the community and like their communities all combined. I was in between models, so that was when I was making V2 and not streaming as V1 anymore. So I didn't stream myself, but I was featured in all of theirs as a Hatsune Miku in. Oh yeah, Honey. Well, yeah, I didn't forget Honey. I forgot to say Honey because I thought it was Honey's collab. But yeah, Honey invited me, and then I met Jakin and the others. And yeah, it went really well. I had a lot of fun. I'd never played Lethal before, so I was like, Jakin carried us. It was really funny. And that's how I learned of Jakin's famous Mao. He has a very deep voice, and like it was hilarious that just he'd be walking in the distance and you just hear faintly Mao. And it was so funny. And I just was like, okay. And then we were like talking a bit, and then like, yeah, Mo. Okay, it was just like, it was a great collab, and it meant like I already knew Honey. So when she invited me over, we'd not spoken in a VC before, but we'd spoken together, like, you know, texted and stuff on Discord and stuff, and like it was just really nice to be invited with these other streamers, and yeah, it was just really fun. Yeah, I just said like collabing is really fun. Yeah, very positive. Experience. There's nothing wrong I could even say about it, other than I wish that I had a little bit more energy, but it was 4 a.m. For me, because I was working on their time, so it was 4 a.m. so I was a little bit eepy, and I had to be a little bit quiet because my aunt's trying to sleep. Other than that, it was like, that was on me. Other than that, it was a great experience. So 10 out of 10 would do again. Very deep as well. You have a deep voice, Jaken. EP. Haru, hello. Glitch Tenno is Haru. He's one of my mods. And
hi, Glitch. Haru.
This friend of mine.
Welcome into the stream.
Weepy.
Warm welcome to you.
Everyone's popping in.
Yeah, welcome.
Everyone's popping in. I feel blessed.
So
yeah, I hope that answers the question. I know I didn't get into crazy details about anything bad, but it was just good.
That's okay. That's okay. No, that's really great, actually. So, what type of streamers are you interested in doing co-streams with? So, this is really more of a who should reach out to you to do what kind of stream are you interested in?
If you're a VTuber, a PNG tuber, or just, you're interested in, the more artistic, chaotic, funny side of things, but you're also, genuinely nice, yeah, I'm down. Yeah, mostly VTubers. I'd love to collaborate with more VTubers, mostly because I'm also a VTuber and I want to get to know with other VTubers. But yeah. I'm fine with gamers. It's going to be gamers or other VTubers.
That makes sense.
Flesh tubers are a little bit less. I'm less likely, probably, but it's not off the table.
Okay.
It's just not. I guess the industry side. It's not the side of the industry of the streaming industry that I'm in.
No, that makes sense. That is really good. I'm happy to hear you had a very, very good experience with collaborations. So here's another question.
I do want to collaborate with Ray.
Okay, yeah, this is your
Sorry,
case.
I was answering the chat.
Go ahead, pitch. Land a collab with Ray. Go for it.
Ray, my platonic wife. Please let us play game together. More than just web fishing. Nah. That'll do it.
That'll do it, right? Okay, well done. I'd
like to say
of course, it worked.
I'd like to say we're quite close. We have plans to collab, but we need to wait till we're both busy. Not busy, sorry, to do it. But yeah.
Jaken is asking what web fishing is. Please do explain what web fishing is.
He's joking because he's played it with us before. This is just Jaken being Jaken, but it's a game where it's like Animal Crossing, but you fish. Unfortunately, I'm not planning on streaming it anytime soon because there's been issues with the Grincher apparently scraping IP addresses, so it's not safe on stream to play it. Because I don't know if it's just people being scared. Just being paranoid or something, or if it's true and I just don't want to risk it. Or I would play it with a VPN. But other games I'm perfectly down for, Animal Crossing, and Ray plays Animal Crossing. And just other games.
Okay. So is there a specific project or an idea you'd love to work with another creator?
Can I ask, is Faunus still in the chat?
Faunus, hello. Can we spawn you? In the chat? Are you there? Knock, knock, knock. Hello?
Jingle, 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 jingle.
Jingle, jingle. Faunus?
I don't know if he's still here.
Do we have Faunus in the chat?
Because not here? No, okay, that's okay.
Oh, bummer. Okay, but here it is. Wait, no, this is actually really great. Okay, go ahead. Why don't you ask Faunus and we show him the video later?
Oh, Faunus is here?
Okay.
Nim, can you get Faunus for me then, at least? Can you be like, Sarbi needs you because I need to ask him something? Jiggle. I was summoned.
Yeah, he is. He was summoned.
Faunus. Can I? Oh, we're in VC. Exciting. What are you doing? But also, wait. Can I? I don't want to mention it outright. You're in an ad. Oh, dang. Wait.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Nim, are you in an ad? Want to spoil subs later?
Also, Hilda is welcome in. First time chat. I'm not so sure what's happening either. We're trying to figure it out. Welcome in.
I said jingle, 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 and they're saying jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. It is very Christmassy.
Oh, Nim's not in an ad.
In
Okay,
spirit.
Nim's not in an ad. So Nim.
All right, hold on. We are so going on a tangent. Okay, what do you want to tell Faunus? What do you want to ask him? Go ahead.
Is he out of an ad though?
Yes, he is. He's here.
Okay. Am I able to? How much information am I allowed to drop about our the project? Is that about as much as I can say?
If I
obviously
could,
don't want to say everything. But
if I could enlarge in my ear, I would, because it just grew out of me right now.
The
oh, hey,
project.
full permission. You can say
all
anything you want.
Okay, so Faunus would like to start something that is very narrative based, but also for streamers. And I have been invited to join when it if it becomes a thing. I won't go into too much detail because it isn't meant to be a surprise in it, but eventually it's going to happen, and it's going to be a lot. We're going to need people to write about Sarbi's story and Faunus's lore and other VTubers' lore, and it's going to be very like story driven, but also very collaborative, and it's like a big project that is in the future.
VTuber Wiki. That's the vibe I'm getting.
VTuber Wiki?
No? Yes?
Let's go cause some chaos. Did VTuber WWE. Yeah, that's it. You guessed it. Basically, just I would like to do more story-based stuff. So if anyone knows how to animate better than I do, like actual animation, like 2D animation, I would love to work with them. Especially with this project, getting editors and stuff would be amazing. Sarbi is meant to be a story, the canon is a story. That's why it's so theatrical and not tied to gaming, because it's but Magpie has a knife. But yeah, I do have a project with Faunus. The project that is I don't think I've actually teased it before, but this is as much as I'm going to say, but I'm teasing it.
Okay.
That is in the future, next year it's in the pipeline.
Oh, hold on.
So stay tuned.
Okay. But I'm thinking I'm experiencing a little bit of lag. Sarbi, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, perfect. Okay, good. I felt like maybe your audio was cutting off a little bit, and I was thinking maybe that was a lag.
I'm sorry.
Could be your noise suppression as well, because I know you had
it
turned up
my
all
noise
the way
suppression.
because of the drilling.
Oh my god, the drilling! They've stopped now. Finally, they've stopped for like 2 hours.
You can go to sleep. Okay, so let me ask you kind of an opinionated question. How do you think
giving my opinions?
How do you think collaborations help in growing your community and reach?
I would say that it helps because your communities can meet each other and combine. That's and I like just like being able to meet new people, because like new other streamers, because you also learn from them. Like you get ideas from them, and then you can use that in your own sort of streaming as well, which can get more people in the community. Because we're all learn and grow from each other. But I think collaborations definitely like combine communities. You get people from both communities. Sometimes they overlap, which is awesome. Especially with me and my like friends. A lot of them are like in my community are also in a bunch of other of my friends' communities that I want to collab it with. But there's also like people who I like, if I collaborate with someone that I don't know, their community will see me and maybe they'll like me, and my community will see them and maybe they'll like them and like their content and stuff and check them out. And it grows both sides, which is why I really like collaboration, because it grows both communities. If you're friends with someone and you're collaborating with them, it's really nice because it's like you can just be like, follow them, this is my friend. You can just actually like shout them out and stuff and give them all the love and be like, your loving community can go to their community and give them love as well. And it's just true. It just feels like a net positive to me. As much as I am not the best at social stuff, it's a bit easier on the internet for me, but it like social stuff can be very difficult. I can be a lot for people, I feel like, so I don't want to scare anyone away or like be too much for people and accidentally like make them not want to be around me because I'm just too much for them. But
no, that's not, first of all, that's not true. But I do want to mention that does bring us to the end of the third section, collaboration. And let me also do a quick time check. 2 hours, 15 minutes in. Sarbi and I will take a small break by reading the chat. So, how are you guys doing? And do you have any questions to ask Sarbi? So if you stuck around, just to give you a quick recap, we talked about her background, the fact that she actually studied music for quite some time and then switched to learning animation, I think.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And how then she now lives with her aunt, who's the absolute fucking MVP. She does.
My aunts are MVPs.
Yes,
they both are.
And she's now doing full-time VTuber content creation and also taking up commissions to make models, and that's kind of her day-to-day. And we learned in this section for the deep dive a lot about her lore, how she is stuck in limbo with a magpie and a dragon. And
no, I'm the dragon. I'm the dragon.
Okay, Sarbi's the dragon. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just want to clarify. I shapeshift into the dragon.
That's right. She's a shapeshifter. And we learned about like the stardust and the aurora and what she does with like, her lore is really, really interesting. And we learned a little bit about how you
a little bit complicated too.
That's okay. And we learned a little bit about how you made your VTuber, what the process was like, what the feedback for it was, what your challenges was as you went through the journey. And finally, we talked a little bit about collaborations that you would like to do in the future, and what you have done in the past and what your experience was like. And that has been pretty much the Q&A up to this point. But if you have any questions to ask Sarbi, this is your moment. As we take maybe a small break and read the chat. I'm good.
Please ask some questions.
Very suspicious. Oh, Sarax, hey, welcome in.
I'm sus. Are you saying I'm sus? Bam 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 bam.
Are you going to link your Blue Sky to your Twitch and YouTube? Are you asking Sarbi? Because I think Sarbi, you have Blue Sky and I do not.
It's if my Blue Sky is on. I'm pretty sure it is on. Like if you can see all my socials. In my About Me section on my channel, there is I'm gonna have to double check this though. Before I send people astray, but I'm pretty sure there's a section in the About Me section that you can click on that sends you to my version of Linktree, basically.
Yes.
My version of Linktree. Where is it? Where is it? I
your answer will forever remain a mystery to me. What do you mean?
It's not there. Oh no.
This makes me curious because I did.
You can say my community. You can say it in the chat. You can do a command in the chat, and it brings up all the links.
I'm gonna
also join the Discord.
I'm gonna quickly look to this side and look at my TikTok to see if our videos were posted. Yes, they were.
Mhm. The on my other social media, so like TikTok and stuff, it's all the beacons are all there. You can get it in the chat and yeah. Add? Oh no. You have Discord? I
I'm
do have a
back.
Discord. Me and Nim. It's me,
Oh,
mine and
yeah.
Nim's Discord. The Pokepuff Disc Cafe. I don't have a
Unjumpable.
link in here.
Let me repeat what Sabi was saying about the links. If you go to her profile, I think any profile, she has a link for her version of a link tree. And there you can find her Blue Sky and her Twitch and TikTok and YouTube and everything. I found your link on TikTok. I went to your link tree
it's definitely
TikTok.
on TikTok. It's my Twitch. I'm gonna have to put in I'm gonna have to add it as a link because I don't think it's on Twitch actually.
I see.
But it's on TikTok. But yeah, we do have a Discord.
Have a Discord, yeah.
The Discord is definitely in the profile because I just checked. Profile everything is there except for my socials. Apparently, my VGen is there. My coffee, my throne, the credits to all the different assets that I use on my streams are on there. But apparently not my socials. But the Discord is there. Yeah, it's not on Twitch or YouTube. Oh, it's not. It's not on YouTube.
No, it's not.
Am I able to post the link? Would that be rude?
No, go ahead. Yeah, please. Go ahead, share your server. Go ahead,
everything you need is in there. Everything you need is there.
Also, Monroe, welcome
it has everything. Revi? The Discord is at the top. It's got Twitch, YouTube, everything. Like VGen, TikTok, Blue Sky, Twitter. But hi!
How you doing?
Hello, welcome in.
How you doing? Yeah, warm welcome in. Q&A session's been going quite well. I think I did, yeah. So I think we're moving into the last section, which is goals, which I think might roughly take about half an hour, and then we can wrap up stream. But before we move into the section, I'd like to hear your thoughts about the interview so far and, our co-streaming hosting today. What are your feelings? How are you doing? Yeah, that's important as well.
I'm doing good. I'm just I have a lot to yap about, so it's hard to kind of remember to kind of keep the yapping to more like to yap but at an acceptable rate, you know, not to yap on too much. There's so much I'm just good at yapping, I think. Too good at yapping that it yeah. But I'm having fun. It's very fun.
Okay, perfect.
It's nice to be sincere. It's nice to be because sometimes when I'm streaming, there's you're playing the game and you're just having a bit of fun and you're joking and stuff. So I do sometimes talk about more serious topics like mental health and stuff sometimes when I'm just yapping. But it's nice to just be sincere, especially in the beginning of the stream when you're asking about my background and stuff. Being honest about my disabilities, how they've affected me, is very nice to actually be able to talk about, because sometimes I don't feel like I have the right time to talk about it.
That's great. No, so I'm so glad that you feel that way, and I'm also very happy to have provided that platform for you to talk about your journey.
Yeah, thank you.
That's very, very important. You're most welcome, and in fact, thank you for being here. I'm so glad that I could have you on board today. And just to kind of also, I would say, inject into that why I'm doing the bit by bit sessions. I think earlier I explained.
Yes, tell us.
Tell us. Name came
tell everyone in chat.
But I would also like to share with you why I started the Q&A sessions. So being a VTuber was not something I ever wanted. Remember when I asked you that, hey, what inspired you? And what was the moment that you decided you're going to see this series? Those were not moments that I had, not things that happened to me. Because I got out of art school and I went into corporate advertising and I worked my way up the ladder, and I had very, senior positions, and I worked as a planner. I think towards the end of my career, I didn't even do graphics design because I just go in and approve work that other people have done. Yeah. Oh, Sabi, is that coming from you? Oh, hey, somebody sent. Oh, thank you for the bits, Ace. 20 Ace too.
Oh,
Okay, thank you
Ace,
so
hello.
much.
Hello, Ace. This is Ace. This is the legendary Ace I was talking about.
Hey,
He is the human ad block on my channel.
Oh, welcome in.
And Ace, I have another chance, but congratulations to you for winning the artwork this month. I will contact you privately about it.
Congratulations.
Because you got top gifted this month.
Also, welcome
Fancy
in.
seeing you here, Stops. Yeah, I know, right?
But to go back into
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, so I was in the middle of at that point I was not even doing graphics design as part of my job.
Mm-hmm.
And I moved to Europe after I got married. And then I landed a job here, which was even more corporate than working at the big brand agency I was in Sri Lanka. And at one point, I think I told you earlier as well, like every day, like I just have my dedicated thinking room that people call the Sajini crying room. And I like things did not change, surprisingly, even though they were in many ways a lot better in Europe than they were in Sri Lanka.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of hitting the same, you're kind of going back to the same, oh God, is this what I'm going to do with my life? I don't know, very soppy, very sad. And eventually I was like, yeah, fuck this. I want to do what I want. I love VR chat. I'm going to do VR chat. And I made this avatar. So that is a mandatory thing for me to do whenever I mention that I made this avatar. Well, I rigged it. Okay, that's a better way to say it. I always have to show you my wings. Okay, because this is like the best thing I did.
I love the wings. I love the wings so much.
I
That's
love
so cool.
showing this on stream. And I like did the coloring myself, and I had to rig this and put this. I was learning so many softwares as well. Like I had to learn how to use Blender, Unity. And I just really loved it. And a friend of mine who has been a VTuber for a very long time and was also the first guest of Bit by Bit Jewelry Box helped me put everything together.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, I should try streaming because she's been streaming for a really long time. Maybe I should try that. And my first stream was just like, hey, this is my time for me to do whatever the fuck I want. So I made an account and I did like a Minecraft stream. Nobody watched it. But yeah, that is
always how the first stream goes. Unless you have already like accumulated a community elsewhere, and then it's like, oh, I'm going to stream now. So like you bring your community with you. If you're just starting out, like you've got nothing, it's like nobody. No one's gonna see. Like I said, the Twitch visibility is like discoverability is shit.
And after like it's been a while, okay. Quickly, I want to say this is a great opportunity to point out that your model is great, Sajini. I love the contrast between the glowing eyes and the silvery tones. Thank you so much.
Yes,
I did it myself.
It's very nice. It's such a nice model.
I had to learn a lot of things to put this together, and it was actually really, really exciting. I really do love learning things. But, eventually after I started to gain some momentum and I decided, you know what, okay, like let's really try this because it was fun for me to do. I start to meet other VTubers who do this, and then I'm like, hey, I have so many questions I want to ask you. How did you get started? What motivates you? How do you keep going? How do you do all of these things that you have to do? Because you're pretty much a one-man powerhouse, right? Like you have to do everything yourself. And the Q&A sessions came around because I thought, hey, I'm probably not the only person who has these questions. Probably there's a lot of people out there that wants to learn kind of behind the scenes and the journey of a VTuber, and that's how the sessions came to be. I was like, okay, let me set up a way in which I can ask the questions that I really want to know the answers to and share it with anybody who might be also interested in it. And I think as a part of it, I try to kind of create a package for creators that come on as well. I'm like, hey, let's make a few TikToks together. I'll make you some promotional graphics. I'll share it on my channels. And I like kind of try and make it a useful experience for everybody that is being a part, and that's how it came to be. Like, this is all very, very new to me. And not in the sense that I haven't done advertising or hosting or planning before. I have, but VTubing as a niche, extremely new to me.
It's very specific. It's like a specific, almost like culture within the community. There's obviously different subsets to the community as well, like the whole VTubing sort of thing. But it's definitely like a whole thing to kind of learn. I was fortunate enough that I was already kind of in the streaming space, like as part of I'd say not really fandoms, but like I was watching other streamers and stuff and part of their communities before I started doing it. So I kind of already knew what some people were saying were like the good things to do, and they were already giving advice to people who wanted to start streaming. So I can imagine it's probably harder coming from a background where it's like you've gone from business to VTubing. That gives you a lot of skills and like very impressive. But also it's like it's also hard to get into the other side, like the more niche stuff. Whereas I'm not from a business background. I know like the tips and tricks that a lot of streamers tell you about, but I don't know any of the advertising or marketing or anything like that to help elevate streams.
Yeah, luckily
so I've been coin.
I've been told that anybody that I did meet, that when I kind of get into behind the scenes of it, people feel like that they could learn from me, and this is something I'm considering as well, like some sort of how to do
some advice sessions, tutorials
coming up soon. I'm thinking about it. Also, while I am distracted, Aki, thank you so much. Hello and warm welcome into the stream. Hi. Thank you for the poster check. I will quickly maybe do a little shift. Thank you. And thank you for the follow. Is 20S2? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so shall we move into the last section? I almost feel kind of sad because I am enjoying this so much.
I'm having such a nice conversation.
Yeah. Everyone has their own experiences, and those can be shared for growth of others. Humanity thrives on cooperation.
That is so true.
You're coming in with wisdom.
Nero is a philosophy major, so he got the wisdom. He got the wisdom.
That's really interesting. Cool. I'm not a philosopher for naught.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so here we are. First question to start off the last section. Wow, that rhymed. I'm a poet. What are your current goals for content creation and streaming? What are your goals?
Ooh.
Oh my God, Ace. Some shit. Okay.
Big channels collabing with others, so proud of your humbleness. Hey-oh.
Okay, I see you.
Hang on a minute. We have the same amount of followers on Twitch, pretty much. You probably surpassed me since, actually, because of everyone following you today.
Oh, hey, thank you. Thank you for everyone that followed, and thank you for the subs. Thank you for the bits. It's really been absolutely amazing. It's been an absolutely amazing stream. But hey, let me rephrase the question.
Yes.
What are your current goals for streaming and content creation?
Yeah. Can that include like just career-wise, or do you mean like goals for actual just content?
No,
or both?
No, career-wise. You're free to answer this as you like. However, let me pause for a second. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, go on.
So I think one of my goals is definitely to get an editor, to be able to have a sustainable income that I can afford an editor. So if I'm thinking of like goals for the near future, I guess that would be sort of a thing of like working towards being able to have this as my actual job, or like being able to have enough from this or commissions or something like that, where it's like enough that I could live off of. I want to move back to my old town that I was my university town. university city, should I say? Technically, it's a city, but it feels like a town. I want to move back there, but obviously I can't afford it without, working. And I want this to be a job, so like I want to be able to pay for like mods, and as I say, I want to pay for mods. I see Ace's comment there. I want to be able to pay for the mods. I want to be able to pay for my like an editor or like something like that, or people to help out, I guess. But long term, I guess, is to have the like chance to show off Sabi's lore. I feel like I'm a storyteller in the sense of I think I'm better suited to be like more in a director's role than an animator than I thought originally. And I want to tell like the stories that I have in my head. I want to make my own movies and stuff, and I want to kind of use VTubing to have an interactive experience with people and kind of grow that community, as well as kind of go and do things like movies and stuff, like not live action, like animated movies or shows or something. I don't know, more in the vein of like Has Been Hotel or Hell of a Boss, more indie projects, rather than like full projects.
Those are the best.
Yeah, I guess like another one that I would like to mention is I would love to be able to earn enough money for myself that I can focus on charity work. Because I would love to be able to, I know like you never have to, it doesn't matter how much money you make, you can always do things for charity. And I definitely in the near future would like to work with like charities for like mental health. But I'd love to, if I get to a point where, I'm earning a comfortable living from what I'm doing, I want to be able to give back to people that need it and people that were in my like position, young people who are going through mental health issues or young disabled people who are struggling with work. Especially in the UK, it's hard to sometimes get support for these things, and even just internationally. And that's a really big goal of mine. And it's been a big goal of mine for like since I was a child to be able to like work with charities and like I would do a lot of research to make sure the charities are like, actually going to use the money for good things rather than just take it for themselves as well. And I'd love to work with like a breast cancer like charity, like the breast cancer charity Macmillan, because Macmillan supported my mom all the way until the end, until she passed away from breast cancer. So I really want to like that's a huge goal of mine, is to get my community in on like fundraising and like spreading awareness for these for people in need, basically. Because if I had a lot of people when I needed it, and I could not be more grateful. I'm getting a little bit emotional. I could not be more grateful for the people that I've met. And yeah, I would just love to give back in like long-term goal is to be able to use my platform to help others, whether it be giving people a bit of a smile every now and then or a little bit of a chuckle, or to help them with an illness, or to just feel like they're worth something.
I need to give you some head pats. Let me see if I can reach your head. But it's kind of there you go, there. Head pats for Sabi, there.
Yeah. That's my main goal, that like I like saying that, I definitely, and I'm not saying it just to be like, like I'm not virtue signaling or anything. It is something that I genuinely want to work on, is have enough money to like donate to charities and set up projects. And people like Jacksepticeye, Sean, his Thankmas, when they like bring in all these streamers and stuff. A future collaboration, I didn't mention it, but now I'm thinking about it, would be to be featured on Thankmas and help people with his, like help Sean with his charity event, or just help others with their charity events as well, and just be able to. Something Ray did was Ray, Nixie, they worked with, what was it? It was for the children, but I don't remember. It was like giving children games and stuff so that like children in less fortunate situations could access like games and things or something like that, or just helping children in less fortunate. Gamers Outreach.
Games
That's it. I don't remember quite their mission, but it was something to do. I know it was with the children, and it's like things like that. I would love to like be a part of that. I'm too small, I feel like, but like next year I'll be able to start like maybe doing like 1 or 2, and then like do more and more, and like
Can I suggest something to you?
Yeah.
One thing you can do is even as you are, right, without kind of waiting until you turn big someday or until you have money someday, you can just write a little blurb about charities you wish people knew about or causes people knew about, and mention
That's
this.
true.
And mention this at the end of your stream. So, you would probably send people off to a raid or something, right? Before you do that, just mention this. Hey, did you guys know about this? I like to talk about this before I end my stream. So you can start to do your part already. And like I think Ace mentioned that you already started this. And you don't have to wait until you have this and you have that. You can do that already.
Yeah, I think I just put doubt on myself of like, no one will care, even though
that's okay, right?
That's not
okay.
true.
It's first of all, it's okay if like portion of your audience doesn't care about it. That's all right. You find maybe a few people that does, and that's what matters. You should focus on where you can make the impact.
True. That is true. Okay. Thank you. That's a good idea, actually. I might maybe it's like I can find a different charity to shout out every so often, and it's like, which one are we gonna do today?
Or you
put it in my about me section or something.
You just make a list, or you can just send people to a link that, hey, these are things that I have researched and are good, and you can send money to them if you have. Or even
definitely
just raising awareness, right? You don't even have to say send money to charity. You can just say, hey, do you
bring
know
awareness
about breast?
to it. It's
do
so
you
important.
know about breast cancer? Do you know that you have to take women in your life to check to get tested, and you have to do that regularly, and then you have to do at this age? I think even just talking about it makes a very big impact. And as long as you can kind of work that into what you do regularly, you can already start making an impact.
Yeah, I definitely next year I have ideas of like collaborations, no matter what the size I am. I definitely want to work on it. It's like a future goal of like things I want to do. It's just like I would love to have a large platform as well, so I can spread it a little bit more, because obviously more people are watching then. But it doesn't. I will find ways to help, and I love that idea. Actually, I will find ways to help no matter what, because like it's it's these things like therapy, or like even just things like charities supported me so much. Scope was one in the UK. They help disabled people with like finding jobs and things, or like just supporting people with autism or like neuro divergences and other disabilities as well. It's one of the main ones in the UK. They helped me a lot. The woman that I spoke to on the like in my calls when I had the meetings was so kind and understanding, and like we came to the conclusion that maybe like she was one of the people that was like, it sounds like work isn't right for you right now. Like your mental health is not going to be able to handle it. And that was sort of the first time I'd heard someone in my corner be like, you don't need to.
I think just to hear like a word of validation, like, hey, your struggle is real. Maybe you should take a break. And nobody tells you that.
Yeah, like, most people like just get a job.
Yeah.
And it's just like things like that. But I just want to, that's one of my main goals.
Okay.
Definitely.
So thank you so much for sharing.
That has gone so far. Chat's gone so far.
Yeah.
Also, apparently Gamers Outreach makes mobile consoles for so hospitalized kids can play games. That's so sweet. Was it like on a big event? Because I saw a lot of people working with Gamers Outreach. Was it like a big event Gamers Outreach was doing, or can you do charity streams whenever? Because they don't seem to care about how big you are to like partner with them. So you can answer Ray. You can answer me this outsider stream. So answer this outsider stream.
Yeah. I do want to ask, now that we kind of talked about kind of overarching, I guess maybe what you'd like to achieve in the future, do you have any specific milestones you're hoping to reach on Twitch or other platforms? And let me give you some context to the question, as I do always. For example, Meme Bastard, who was on earlier, said that when I reach 300 followers, I will do a face reveal. Don't quote me on this. I think he said 300. So, like that, do you have any specific milestones that you're hoping to reach on any particular platform, like Twitch, TikTok, Blue Sky?
I would like to get to 1K on TikTok. I'm at 800 and something, so
Everybody
it would be nice
drop
to
a follow to Sarbi on her
it would
TikTok
be nice
right now.
to get to 1K on TikTok.
Can someone share Sarbi's TikTok link in the chat, please? And everyone drop her a follow.
Twitch, I would like to get to 200 in the near future, but like my, I guess, long-term goal would be 500 if I was to push it. But I don't think I'm getting to that like crazy soon. So at the moment it's 200 since I'm just I'm 40, about 40 away. I think my goal is that.
All right. So I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you reach these goals faster than you hope to. And here's an interesting question. Are there any new skills or tools that you want to learn to enhance your content? Any software you're learning?
I want to get better at Live 2D, which is the rigging software for 2D models. As much as I love 3D models, I think my affinity will always be with 2D. I prefer 2D animation over 3D. I always have. Like, I've always... As in, for me to personally do, not as in it's a better medium. I just mean, like, I always love doing things in 2D rather than 3D. And doing 2D models, like 2D models, means that I can bring the sort of charm of 2D in a different way. Because it's like face tracking, but it's 2D, but it looks 3D, or it looks as 3D as you can make it. Some models look very 3D compared to this. And I think getting better at Live 2D is that.
I'm laughing because Mr. Meow is saying Live 2D is a hell no mortal should have to deal with.
Right? But then the thing is, I learned Maya, which is a 3D animation software. If you're a 3D animator, you know... Maya was worse than Live 2D. I went from learning Maya in university, and then I went straight to Live 2D, and it was like, oh, this is easy in comparison. Fuck Maya.
Yeah, fuck Maya.
It can be so fun, but gives frequent migraines,
we have Sarbi's TikTok link in the chat, so if you are listening right now, please head on over and have a look at the chat. Click on the link it's just shared with us and drop a follow to Sarbi on TikTok and help her reach 1,000
So I just see Ray saying it was a Halloween charity event for Gamers Outreach. They raised a lot of money, like hundreds of thousands. That's genuinely amazing. I just want to say that is absolutely amazing, and I'm so proud of like everyone who worked on that and Gamers Outreach, because kids that are in hospital deserve to play games and just to have some fun, because hospitals can be scary and stressful, especially for children. Like for adults it can be scary and stressful, so I can't imagine for kids. So like that's an amazing charity.
All right, so we're really in on the last few questions. How do you plan to keep yourself motivated and inspired in the coming months? What are your tips and tricks?
I would say listen to your friends and listen to your chat. If they're telling you that they enjoy watching you, then you're doing something right. So I would say that they are probably going to help me. They're honestly what kept me going this far. So seeing like people come in and be absolute sweethearts like Nero and like Ace, that's been here since like pretty much the beginning of my VTuber career, and like Nim, like my best online friend Nim. I'd say you're my best friend, Nim. And like just like other VTubers and just other people. The support that other people can give you can't be stressed enough. So I genuinely think you can't do these sorts of things alone. So I think they're going to keep me going.
That's very good. That's very sweet.
And also my own ambition to have Sarbi V3 might keep me going. Because I'm like, I must have Sarbi V3, which means V2. I have to learn as much as I can from V2 and my commissions to make an amazing, even more amazing model for my third, well, I guess technically my fourth model, but yeah.
Okay, so now I really only have the most last and final question only remaining.
Oh no, the last question.
It really is. But before I ask you, I do want to say once again, I think I've been very, 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 very vocal about having everyone here on the stream. Sabi, everyone that followed her, Kim, that just goes to show that how much they enjoy listening to you, learning about you and your journey. So that's really nice. I am touched that you guys are just so sweet.
I can't thank my community enough, genuinely. You guys are so sweet. And like I just can't get over you guys just even if you're not even chatting, if you're from like you've watched me or you enjoy my streams or like your friend and you're just here, it means genuinely so much that you're even just watching. Like ever. Like not just here, but like my streams or anything is like
okay.
So,
and
thankful.
Also, Sabi, you've been an absolute pleasure to have as well. I think I remember so you and I, we met on TikTok, right? I made the video. I was like, hey, I'm looking for people to interview. Want to interview? And you were like, I can do it.
I was like, do you still have space?
I would be on it. And I was like, yeah, of course. And I haven't seen Sabi until that point, and I checked out what you do on stream, and I get to learn that you make your own model, and I see all of these things that you can do with the channel points and the bits on your stream, and that's like, it's just so well made. I was absolutely impressed, and I told you, hey Sabi, I know that you want to do this, like this is going to be your job, your career, and that is really like inspiring to me as well. And hopefully this will not be the last. No, you absolutely deserve it. You absolutely deserve it.
You're so sweet.
And hopefully this will not be the last of you that I have on my channel. I look forward to having you here again. So
I need to get enough money for a 3D model for VR chat. That's what I need, so I can pop in. I'd love to be able to do Beat Saber. That's what I'd love.
Oh yeah,
have like a 3D model for Beat Saber. I love Beat Saber. I love it.
You guys don't know this, but I'm actually really good at Beat Saber, like crazy. I have like world ranks on some songs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm good. VR chat meetup when? Hey, we can do that. We can definitely arrange that.
I do have model. I don't have a Sarbi model on VR chat, but I do have some nice models like that I've taken from other people, like Genshin models and stuff. So I can just be in one of those. Worst case scenario.
Also, Nero, I can't believe I made a goddamn TikTok account. He made a goddamn TikTok account just to get you up to your follow account.
It's worth it for Ray. Ray's content is really funny.
Also, sorry about
Miku model. Oh my god, I need a Miku model.
I fixed that.
Yes.
Wait, I can find you a Miku model. So just make an account and come on over. I'll get you a Miku
I have VR
model.
chat. I have VR chat. I've been on it a few times.
Hold on.
Don't get on it much. Oh.
Hold on.
Oh, you have. Oh yeah, you got Miku, don't you?
Hold on. Hopefully this works.
Oh, it's Anne Ray, not just
Who
Ray.
cares about copyright infringement? We don't. We certainly don't. Miku. You
can call me Miku.
Okay, this is getting scuffed towards the end of the stream. Yeah, so wait, let me read the chat a little bit before we move on to the final question. VR chat meetup when this is interesting. I actually didn't mention this, but I have a group on VRChat, and up until now, I used to host public instances, so anybody could join while I was streaming. But as of recent, since I have grown quite a bit, I have decided to turn it into a group plus instance only. Correct, Cat Girl made Hatsune Miku. Anything is possible on VRChat. This is why I love VRChat. What copyright
I have a black and white furry, like one of the furry models, but it's really nice and it's black and white and stuff, and I'm like, that's kind of my go-to one on VR chat. I don't go on it very often lately, but when I have gone on it, because I do have a VR headset, and I use my phone to have a hip tracker. I found out how to do that, so I can have hips, but I don't have very good tracking. But yeah, I can go on VO chat, so that's definitely a meetup that is
I
absolutely
actually
possible at
host
some
on
point.
stream, so you can not only join us on VR chat, and I do this pretty regularly as well. If you're interested, you can go to my Discord and you can find all of the details, including my schedule, which you can just find in the About section of Twitch. And you are most welcome to join me and also be on stream. It's kind of, yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, Ace.
Ace being a mod in every chat, for real. The closest Sarbi will get to meeting. Yes.
Well, so I'm gonna do myself a favor and ask you the last question. As a Starian.
Oh, as a Starian? You need Goose. Oh
Why
my
is
god.
he so short?
Why is he short?
What? Look at him. He just walked up to Sabi, your room, and like he barely meets like the desk. He's like, where's the keyboard? You said over here.
Does he even know what a keyboard is?
Short Kings Unite. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I need to fix this. He's not that short.
No.
Wait, I can fix this.
Damn, that's a good model of him, though. That's a good model. Did they just pull that from?
I think so, yeah.
From the game. This is great.
Baldur's Gate lawyers, if you're going to send me a letter, please, if you want to sue me, can I pay my debt off by cleaning the shoes of the people that work at Larian Studios to write, and I'll be happy to come on over and pay my debt. In the studio, I'd be just polishing your shoes. Oh, you're the lead writer? Oh my god, let me get shoes. Okay. Final question.
So thank you for the follow, Nyla. Thank you so much. You called me a cutie though. Thank you. You guys are making me shy. I need an extra blush. I need an extra blush toggle of like double blush.
Wait, can I do it? But you are a cutie, my darling.
You haven't got the accent for it. I'm sorry.
I tried. Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. Final question. And now I'm too big.
Now you're. That's the difference between 5'11" and 6 foot. You mean 7? I mean, my dragon form is 7'7", even though my human form is 5'4". But we don't talk about that.
Okay, that is appropriate. All right, final question. If you could look back in a few years, what's one achievement you'd be most proud of as a creator or streamer?
My community.
Aww.
Honestly, like, you can't really quantify that. But I think my biggest achievement has been somehow curating this amazing community that rallies around me, and like the friends that I've made, like other VTubers or just other people. So I'd say that's my biggest achievement. I would look back and be very fond of those things. So I think that is genuinely, like, I can't think of any numbers or any other than that. It would be like making my VTuber model the first time, V1, and being like, that would so also be the other one. But yeah.
You guys, like, all of you.
I love you guys.
Sabi's like, she's talking about her own journey also to just keep combating tears the whole time, and you guys are also sniffling in the chat. What a soppy bunch of people, I say, while I also wipe my own tears.
It's true though. I can't think of, like, there's no like follower milestone or amount of money that can, like, that I'd look back on in a few years and be like, that's my biggest achievement. Like, I could be like, oh, my level 7 hype train was my biggest achievement. It's not. It's not that. It's the people around me. It's the people around me. That is genuinely it. I think for myself, it would be the VTuber model, but
I would like to give you a moment, Sarbi, because we will wrap up soon. If you'd like to share anything else, this is your moment. Anything you want to do, stage is yours. I'll give you a moment because I have some housekeeping to do as well. But before I get there, I'll let you have a go. quiet. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have nothing. You have nothing to say.
I don't have anything to say, so I was just going to have a bit where I just sat there in silence, but I didn't want you to think I was gone.
Okay.
Well.
I see. Just got nothing to say.
Okay. I don't know. I just thank you guys, and thank you, Sajani, for having me and giving the opportunity out to everyone. I think it was a lovely idea. Like, just in general, the whole idea was lovely for everyone. So it's a win-win for everyone. I think there's nothing like bad. So I'd say thank you, everyone who. As I say, people who follow Sabi are fragrant, but you get more fragrant when you follow my friends. So follow Sajani if you're not already.
Yes, definitely do that. Okay, so unfortunately, Steam decided to crash very last moment. I do have everything. It's just not showing up in VR. I might look a little scuffed, but I'm still here. All right,
okay.
so it is time for me to do my little housekeeping, and this is what I have to share with you. First of all, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate every single one of you. I am a VTuber myself. I stream very regularly every day except Monday. I do different things on stream. You can find my schedule here on Twitch itself. I also make content on TikTok. I'm very new there. I'm just figuring out what I want to do. And very recently, I started making content on YouTube, and this has been very interesting an experience.
It's a completely different beast.
Absolutely, completely different. And you can find links to all of those platforms that I mentioned if you type !platform in the chat. And on top of that, if you really enjoyed this stream today, please do consider sending a donation to my Ko-fi, which should also be linked in the About section. But that's absolutely not necessary or mandatory. Only if you can. Yeah, only if you want to. But I would appreciate it. And yeah, that
mine too. Coffee. What's the hello? https coffee.com/JustSarbi. I'm checking.
Yes, please do send your favorite streamers some money. Okay, so that kind of wraps it up.
My favorite song came on, and my favorite lo-fi song came on.
Hold on.
Oh no! God. The abyss. I have become the void. 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 The void.
Just how it goes. It's a miracle that this didn't happen until now.
The wire is coming.
No wire.
Oh no.
No wire.
No wire. You need to explain this to me at some point. I need some context to this.
If I could explain this, I would. I literally can't. I don't get it. Okay, there was a wire, and then everybody started worshipping the wire.
Is it the wire that connects the computer to your headset or something?
No, it was just a wire on VR chat. It was just hanging there, and it was on my screen, and everyone was like, Sajani, leave us with the wire. I left the camera, and it was just a wire in the screen, and I was just somewhere in the background talking to people, and people were like having their own gala conversation in the chat, and everybody was like, our Lord and Savior, the wire, and the wire Lord was born.
Beautiful.
Right. So I just had a look to see, which is why my stream got a bit scuffed, because I was looking elsewhere to see if there was someone that I wanted to send a raid over. Unfortunately, no one is live right now.
Oh, let me check. Let me see if there's a friend of mine on. Ken, can we raid into Ken?
Yeah, we can.
And does she?
How do I get that? Fuck.
Sabi left us for the wire.
Okay, hold on.
Wire was mad, so it summoned the void.
Give me
I just got sucked back into my dimension.
Oh god! Everything is crushed.
Scuff.
Hold on.
Scuff.
That didn't happen, guys. You didn't see anything.
Stream ideas and raise Discord. You'll make this happen. And Ray's one. Where is Ray's? There it is. The SS Serena. No whatsoever.
Before I send the raid over, I just want to say thanks to everyone that followed me today. Vast Syllabub and its Undomitable, Nimolak, Vaporwave, who came in with the raid. Thank you so much. 20s2 for the bits, 20s2 for the follow, 20s2 for the sub with Prime. Thank you so much. Nebo, thank you so much for being here the whole time. Nyla, Nero, and everyone else that I didn't just mention who was in chat. Thank you so much. And
thank you. I say thank you.
Let's go on over to Kenarashi. Let me just find them here.
Ken has a lovely energy. He's another 2D VTuber. He's a shark. He's a shark VTuber. Another British VTuber.
So fun. You guys are gonna like this.
And he has so much fun energy.
Okay, rally up, everyone. Let's go. Let's go to Kenarashi.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Military, how you doing? Welcome in everybody from Debbie Stream. It is so good to see you guys. Wait, what the